Good evening. Welcome to the EATEL Game of the Week, high school football at Woodlawn Stadium. We're at Woodlawn High School near Baton Rouge, and our game tonight, the Santa Maria Gators 4-0 on the season, 1-0 in district play, taking on one of the other two 1-0 teams in District 5-5A, the Woodlawn Panthers. I'm Jeff Porsche, and we are out here with the Battle of the Unbeatens, and one of these two teams will remain on top of District 5-5A, and the other one will drop to 1-1. We'll find out who that is in just a moment, but first we're going to take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
Hi, Erin, reminding you it's time to speed things up with all-fiber internet from EATEL. Your connectivity needs keep expanding, streaming, surfing, and playing games. And EATEL continues to stay ahead of the curve with the fastest speeds. Plus, our eero whole home Wi-Fi will eliminate dead spots in your home. EATEL takes the hassle out of setting things up so you get our #1 rated reliability from the bedroom to the patio. As always, you will get the personal service you deserve from EATEL. Fast, local, reliable.
Get ready to kick off the savings at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Save $11,000 on new 2020 Sierra or 2020 Envision, $13,000 off at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. New Sierra, $11,000 off. 2020 Envision, $13,000 off. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Hi, Monica Arnold, reminding you that your support of EATEL Cares is helping education in our area. Volunteer Ascension is a dynamic organization in our area. Their annual school tools drive gets kids the resources they need to succeed. The EATEL Technology Awards provides laptops for college to deserving seniors. Teachers are awarded cash for resources through our Reach a Kid grants. We could not do it without your patronage. Thanks for supporting EATEL and education.
Game of the week, Jeff Porsche with you at Woodlawn High School, home of the Woodlawn Panthers. And we're just about ready for the game. You see the two captains coming to midfield on the Woodlawn side. We're on the Woodlawn side tonight. Clayton Adams, wide receiver. He was the guy with the big punt return last week at the end of the game against Dutchtown, the game winner. And then on the Santa Maria side, captain number 28, Evan Bourgeois.
And number 75,
so we will see what happens with the coin toss. Woodlawn, the home team tonight, they're wearing all purple. Santa Maria, the road visiting team, in the white jerseys with the black numbers and the black pants. Both teams 1-0 in district. Santa Maria with the win last week over McKinley High School, and Woodlawn with the win over Dutchtown. A little bit of confusion there for a second. That seems to be sorted out. So Santa Maria will receive to start this game.
Will receive the kickoff.
So We will be getting to the National Anthem and all of that in just a moment. So we'll stand by for that. But first, we'll take a look at some of the coaches' information. Santa Maria High School, coached by David Oliver. It's his 13th year at the school, and he's 80-53 overall in his career. Woodlawn, Marcus Randall, he's only in his second year, but he has been very successful. He's 3-9 right now, but as you know, he's won his first game in district.
Stand and remove
so
your
we'll
hats
talk
for
some
the
more
playing of our national
about
anthem.
this in just a moment, but first our national anthem. So the Woodlawn High School Band with the National Anthem, and we are moments away from the opening kickoff. Still a couple of minutes left on the clock. Continuing with what we talked about earlier, the coaches David Oliver from Santa Maria, Marcus Randall from Woodlawn, and looking at the results from last week, Santa Maria with an easy game, but a long rain delay and a long night, but a win 28-0. And Woodlawn with the upset victory over Dutchtown. As you can tell, we are right next to the public address, so we'll do our best to make sure you hear everything besides the music here tonight. It is a loud evening out here at Woodlawn High School. So Santa Maria will get ready to receive the opening kickoff. Looks like number 34 back deep to receive. That's Montez Paul. Our series, Woodlawn versus Santa Maria. Santa Maria leads 19-4 overall. Woodlawn lost last year 49-6 to Santa Maria. It's the 24th meeting between these two teams. Series began back in 1981, and Santa Maria with 4 straight wins against the Woodlawn Panthers. The winner tonight will remain in first place in 5-5A with a 2-0 record. The loser will fall one game back at 1-1. Only 2 games tonight and this week in 5-5A. We'll get to that a little bit later. But we are just about ready for the opening kickoff.
Kicking off for the Panthers, number 36,
Lee James Pereira, number 36, is the kicker for Woodlawn High School. And it's a decent kickoff near the end zone. And it's taken by Montez Paul. And he's going to cut outside to the right. Get to the 15, and then he stood up, and he's still moving, but now he's down at about the 15-yard line. So first and 10 for the Santa Maria Gators. And let's take a look at the Santa Maria offense, led by Cole Poirier, one of the best quarterbacks in 5-5A, having a great season so far. Reggie Sims in the backfield, and the rest of the offense, Starks, Rizzuto, Paul, and Luke. And in the offensive line, you got Rock, Smart, Blanchard, McCaskill, and Colin Weber at right tackle. And we are just about ready to go. 11:49 left in this opening quarter, and first and 10 for the Gators. Split backfield out of the shotgun. Cole Poirier at quarterback. And it's going to be a keeper, and he cuts outside. He's got some room to the 20, 25, nearly broke it. It's going to be a first down carry, taken down by number 52 for the Woodlawn Panthers, but not after a first down. Aaron Gooden on the tackle for Woodlawn. It's 1st and 10, and here's your defense for Woodlawn. Eddie Powell, Devin Jones, and Devin Boyd on the line. Harris, Watson, Gooden, Riley at linebacker. Cornerbacks Stewart and Matthews. Safeties DeJuan Harris and Eric Randall. 1st and 10 from the 30. Shotgun. And there's a handoff. And about 3 yards on the first down carry. And that's Reggie Sims. He's got 316 yards on the season on 61 carries. So that's over 5 yards a carry on the season. He gets 3 on first down. He also has 4 touchdowns.
Gain of 3 brings
on
up
the
second
season.
down 7.
So 2nd down and 7 for the Gators. Moving downfield early in this opening quarter, trying to improve to 5-0 on the season. Poirier in that shotgun again. 3 receivers left, 1 right. He takes a snap. He's looking right all the way, deep downfield. He's got a receiver, but it's overthrown, incomplete. Justin Starks was the intended receiver. Coverage downfield.
Defended by number 7, Jordan Matthews.
Jordan Matthews on the coverage for Woodlawn. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. And the first 3rd and long situation for Santa. First 3rd down situation, period, for the Gators. Poirier having a great season. He's 52 of 86. He's got 960 yards on the season. He's got 12 touchdowns and 1 interception. Best statistical quarterback probably in District 5A. 3rd and 7. He takes a snap. Looking down the middle of the field, and it's up for grabs. Nearly picked off, deflected. Lucky it wasn't intercepted. Number 3, DeJuan Harris, with the deflection. As you see, he's looking downfield, center of the field, all the way, tipped away, and then nearly picked off. He was looking for Noah Luke, number 17, but incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down and 7, and a punting situation for the Gators. Poirier is going to handle the punting. He's averaging 36.9 on the season. Clayton Adams back to receive the punt for.
Randall's back deep. There is a penalty on the play, illegal substitution against the Gators.
We see a penalty right there, and you can hear from the public address it's an illegal substitution, so it'll push him back 5 yards. Back inside the 30 now. Public address announcer was saying that Randall was back to receive the punt, but it's actually Clayton Adams, number 2.
Clayton Adams back deep.
Adams, the punt returner, he had the long punt return for a touchdown against Dutchtown late in the 4th quarter that tied the game at 24, and then the 2-point conversion made it 26-24, and they wound up winning the game by that score. He's not going to get a chance to get this when he takes a fair catch at the 39-yard line. So now 1st and 10 for Woodlawn as they get their first drive of the night. And let's take a look at Woodlawn on offense. Ricky Collins, he's the quarterback. He's a sophomore. And then in the backfield, you got Amani Givens, number 5. Receivers, Clayton Adams, Kyle Jones, Jalen Henry, and Jonathan Benton. Offensive line, Brackens, Lewis, Watson, Bennett, and Tylen Day. We'll get to the Santa Maria defense after first down. But you see Ricky Collins, he's a sophomore, but he's a 2-year starter so far for the Panthers, and he's a good young quarterback. He's got 571 yards passing on the season. They've only played 2 games. First down, handoff, trying the right side. Gets past the corner, but a flag comes down near a first down on the play. It's Givens, number 5. But the flag's probably going to bring this back. We'll wait for the call, and then we'll get to the Santa Maria defense. Holding is the call, so it's going to be 1st and long. Now the Santa Maria defense, we can take a look at that. On the line, you got Tyler Lejean, Aiden Bourne, Brant Billingsley. Linebackers Amadei, McCorkle, Melanson, and Jameson. Cornerbacks Trayshawn Dunn, Rantrell Gordon, and the safeties Evan Bourgeois and Zach Gonzalez. So that's the Santa Maria defense, and they've pitched a shutout last week. 28-0 against McKinley. It's 1st and 20. Shotgun handoff up the middle and breaks through the first guy but doesn't get past the second one. Number 90, Brant Billingsley with the tackle. That's going to be a short gain on the play. Some initial contact. Billingsley comes around and a couple of other guys, and they wrap him up. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and
no
20.
gain on the play brings up 2nd down for the Panthers.
You have a new running back in the game. It's 2nd down. They're setting up the screen, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver was number 17.
Collins' pass falls incomplete.
It's going to bring up 3rd down. So 3rd down and long for the Panthers. 17, Jaden Keys.
3rd down and long.
He's a senior
Panthers.
quarterback getting some action here. I'll make that number 27, excuse me. Caleb Morgan, senior running back. So Caleb Morgan, not Keys, with the incompletion. Drops the screen pass. Now it's 3rd and long, and that's a tough situation for anybody. 3rd and 20. Got to get to the 49, just shy of midfield for a 1st down. 9:36 left to go in the first quarter. No score. Shotgun, Collins. He's looking around. Now he's in trouble. He rolls out. Now he's not going to get away. He gets away for a second, and that's going to be a sack. And the ball is loose. A Santa Maria player has it, but I believe they're going to mark him down. Looked like Lejean came up with the ball. Looked like a couple of times he was going to get away. Ball is loose, but he's on the ground. You see the ball loose after the play there, and Lejean picked it up, but there's no turnover right there. It's going to be 4th down. Santa Maria should get good field position here. The back set up around midfield. That's Bursa No, make that Rizzuto. Rizzuto and Montez Paul.
In the punt for the Panthers.
Punter is
14,
McCubbin.
James McCubbin.
So Santa Maria setting up at about their own 45. Good snap. Gets it away. It's a short punt. Bounces at midfield. Now Montez Paul gets away from it, and it's a good bounce.
McCubbin
goes down to the 40. So
40-yard line where the
that's about the best that Woodlawn could probably
10.
hope for in a situation like that. So we've had 2 series, one each team on offense, and pretty much nothing doing right there. So now we're going to see Santa Maria with their 2nd drive on offense. This is their best field position of the night.
All of your local grocery stores, Rouse's Market,
So 1st and 10 from the 40.
and every other local grocery store around Woodlawn.
And they're ready to go.
JD's products. Grab them
You see
today.
Paul
JD's proud supporters
and
of
Sims in the
Woodlawn.
backfield. Poirier with the fake, and he's going to keep it. Go left side. He's got room. He's got a 1st down out past midfield. He's going to be marked out of bounds at the 49-yard line of Woodlawn. So you can see the nice fake and the option keeper, and he gets 11 yards for the 1st down. And so the drive will continue. That's the 2nd 1st down of the night for the Gators. There's 8:17 left to go in this first quarter. No 1st downs on the night so far for Woodlawn. 2 so far on the night for the Gators. Poirier and Sims in the backfield. Shotgun snap, looking downfield, and it's caught. Nice catch, nice pass. And it's enough for another Gators 1st down.
Pass complete to number 1.
That's Ty Bell on the catch.
Spotted down at the 36
Nice
yard
pass,
line.
though. And good
1st and
timing,
10 Gators.
right where it needed to be. Good speed on that, and nothing much that Woodlawn could do on defense except bring them down after the catch, and it's a 1st down to the 36-yard line. Poirier having a great year so far. He's the only quarterback of the Ascension Parish teams that is returning from last year. Poirier rolls out to his right, throws downfield, and it's short, incomplete. He is looking for number 2, Remy Rizzuto, but it's a little short and incomplete. As you see on the replay, rolling out to his right, has plenty of room on the long side of the field, but just short of his receiver. Good coverage on the play. And so it is incomplete. As we talked about, Poirier kind of split time last year. but got a lot of experience, and that's something that Dutchtown and East Ascension don't have. They're still working on their quarterbacks. East Ascension's quarterback, Wheat, broke his shoulder last week, broke his collarbone, and Dutchtown with new quarterbacks. Second down, handoff up the middle to Sims, and that's about 2 yards before he runs into a pile and is taken down after a short gain. Third down and 8. It's tough up the middle on the Woodlawn defense. They got some big bodies up there.
Third down and 9.
We saw last week in our game of the week, Dutchtown versus Woodlawn. Dutchtown had all kinds of trouble running the ball up the middle. That defense is just stout right up there. So far, Santa Ma's success has been around the edges, and that kind of worked last week as well for Dutchtown. It's 3rd and 8. 7 minutes left. Shotgun. Poirier downfield. Got a receiver open. Paul, and he's going to score. Taz Paul with the touchdown.
Touchdown for Santa Ma.
34 yards, and let's look at the replay right there. Good snap. Knew where he was going all the way, beat his coverage. Paul Randall on the coverage. Montez Paul just beat his man easily, walks into the end zone, and Santa Ma's on top 6-0. 6:47 left to go in this first quarter. Very similar to last week, Dutchtown came out hot and scored early and took the early lead on Woodlawn. Woodlawn is in a hole again here for the second week in a row in District 5-5A play. Extra point coming, and that's Poirier, and it is good, and it's 7-0, and we'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The score is Santa Ma 7, Woodlawn 0. ITI Tech.
Hi, I'm Monica Arnold to talk about EATEL's local sports coverage. We've upgraded our production gear to bring you coverage of all the best games. In addition to multiple replays on Channel 4, we have a Vimeo channel so you can download your family's glory days. As you know, the rivalries around here are serious, and EATEL is proud to bring you exclusive coverage. And it's more than just football, it's basketball, baseball, and a little bit of everything. Catch your favorite team on the EATEL Game of the Week, exclusively on Channel 4 and Vimeo.
And we're back, and we're jumping around here at Woodlawn High School. Santa Ma's jumping around. They got the lead, 7-0. It's a beautiful night, a little cool. We're outdoors tonight, as you can tell. We're parked right next to the public address. So you're going to get a good taste of the music here tonight and everything else. But it's football, and we got a game tonight, and we're happy about that. Now we're ready for the kickoff. And Clayton Adams back deep. And it's headed out of bounds. Or is it? Yes, it rolls out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So a little short. Not the best kick that we've seen from Poirier this year, but it gives Woodlawn a first down and decent field position. Let's take a look at the records in 5-5A. Santa Ma
at the 35-yard line.
With the best record, 1-0 in District, 4-0 overall. Catholics 2-2, but they got 2 tough losses. They're 1-0. Woodlawn, they've only played 2 games, but they had the upset last week against Dutchtown. Then Dutchtown and East Ascension, they were supposed to play last night, but Dutchtown having COVID issues, they didn't play that game. East Ascension is going to try to play Bird. We'll talk about the schedule later. And McKinley, they're just kind of there. 0-1, 0-4. 1st and 10. And there's a handoff. And trying to cut outside. Get some good yards. About 5 yards on first down. That's Givens.
Givens on the carry. Takes the ball out to
Givens,
the 42-yard
good to see him
line.
back. He was injured last week in the 4th quarter of the Dutchtown game, and he didn't come back into the game, but looks like he's all right, and he's giving his best out there. Number 12, Marty Jameson, in among the tacklers. It's going to be about 6 or 7 on the play, actually, and not 5. 2nd down and 3 for the Panthers. And Collins, the option pitch to Givens, and he is wrapped up for a loss. Great play by number 25, Lee Amadei. And that's going to be a 2-yard loss. Let's look at that again. As you see Amadei reading that all the way from his his left outside linebacker position. Didn't buy the fake.
Down 5.
Chased Givens down. Great play.
For a hydration break.
And we have a hydration break right here, and so we'll take a short break. And what we'll do right now is take a look at the upcoming schedule for our games of the week. Next week we got 2 games. We got Catholic going up against Sanama and Woodlawn taking on East Ascension. Both of those games right now scheduled for Friday night. So we'll be covering both games. I'll be out at East Ascension for Woodlawn and East Ascension, and SWAC will be out at Sanama for Catholic against Sanama. In 2 weeks, a big one, Sanama at Dutchtown, and then Lutcher at Donaldsonville. I'll be out at Donaldsonville next week for that game.
Brings martial arts.
That's always a fun one out on the other side of the river. And you can see the times right there for the replays. And last night, as we talked about, we were supposed to cover Dutchtown versus East Ascension, but that game was canceled because Dutchtown has some COVID issues, and so that game had to be canceled. Dutchtown not playing the game this week. It's 3rd and 5. And a shotgun. And Collins is going to be sacked. That's a second sack. Looks like number 43 on the tackle right there. That's Aiden Bourne. Let's see who got him down. There's a couple of guys down there in the traffic, but it looks like Bourne, one of the guys down there, and a good job. And that's 2 straight 3-and-outs for the Sanama defense. Woodlawn's got a solid offense, but they haven't been able to do anything out here tonight so far. And so,
the punt for the Panthers.
Woodlawn will come back out on defense after the punt. McCubbin the punt. And it's a short punt, not a good punt. Woodlawn's got to be disappointed in that, but it takes a great bounce. How about that? It's going to roll past the 35. That's the second time in a row they've gotten a fortunate bounce. The punt was not the best punt in the world. Neither punt has been very solid here tonight, but both of them got the fortunate bounce. And so Sanama, they were probably expecting to get that ball after they saw the punt go up in the air near midfield. Rolls all the way down to the 34. 5:09 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0. Sanama with the lead. And Poirier with the long touchdown pass to Taz Paul, 34 yards. Sims in the backfield. And he's going to get it. And like I said, that middle of the Woodlawn defense, they're going to be tough to get yards against all night.
Sims on the carry, met by number 26,
and you see it right there.
Mason Watson.
So Watson on the tackle, as you hear from the public address announcer.
But
that whole middle with Powell, Jones, Boyd, Aaron Gooden, Mason Watson, they got some big guys up there, and they're tough to handle. And you saw that last week. 1 yard loss on the play, 2nd down and 11. So Poirier now empty backfield, shotgun. 2 left, 3 right. Looking left, now is in trouble, and he's going to be sacked. And that's
by number 97,
from number 97. And big guy, but gets his paws on him, and he could not get away. And that's one of the backup defensive linemen for the Woodlawn Panthers.
Takes the ball back to the 23-yard
number 97
down and long
with the sack, and that's Mark Fielder. So Mark Fielder with the big sack back to the 24, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 20 for the Gators. Tough down to do anything with right here. 3rd down and pressure, setting up the screen, and it's caught, and that's Sims. He's got some blockers, and he's going to get about 12 yards back. It's still going to be 4th down.
To number 7, Sims.
But
there is a
that's
flag on the play.
good. That's good field position, but there's a flag, as you heard.
No flag on the play.
I was about to say, I think I saw what he saw, and
for the Gators.
I'm following the cues of the public address announcer because you can hear him loud and clear right here. There was something else on the ground. It wasn't yellow. And now Poirier will come in to punt.
Poirier into punt for the Gators. Clayton Adams back deep for Woodlawn.
So Adams to receive this punt. It's a good punt. And he's getting away from it, letting it bounce about to 20, and then he takes it and is a sideline, like just knocked out.
There is a flag
and there's
on
going to
the
be
play.
a flag there, so they're going to get the 15 yards. Number 8, Zach Gonzalez, with the shoulder hit on Adams.
Fans, members of the Woodlawn Lady Panthers
Looking
basketball
over on
team
the
are selling
Santa Maria
tickets
side,
for
some of the
tonight's
fans are
50-50
standing up
raffle. You can
and
purchase one
a
ticket
little
for
upset with the
$1,
call.
10 tickets for $5, or 20 tickets for $10.
Don't know that he called a fair catch and he grabbed the ball.
At the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Did lead with his shoulder, but that's not necessarily an unnecessary roughness, I don't believe.
Flay and the Jay Ducote Show every
But they're going to get
Monday through
15
Friday,
yards out of
4
it.
to 6 p.m. on Talk 107.3 FM. Also, the
So
founding
dead ball,
father of
personal
Government
foul,
Taco on Government
Santa
Street
Maria.
comes
So that'll
by
move the
our
ball
tacos
around
every
the
day, especially after
30-yard
a
line,
Panthers
most
win.
probably.
Jay Ducote, proud supporter of Woodlawn Athletics. See you guys soon.
So we're about 9 minutes into this game, and
Personal foul
it's
against
going to
the
be
Gators is the
a
call.
personal foul and
That'll move the
a
ball
7-0 score. And
to
as I
the
said, the ball
31-yard line,
going to be
where the
spotted
Panthers
about
will
the
take
30. They're
over
going to put it
first
at
and
the
10.
31. So far, nothing for the Woodlawn offense. 2 3-and-outs. So Givens in the backfield with Collins. Got some receivers to the right, one to the left. Shotgun fake, looking to his left, throws deep downfield, and it's up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Face guarding there, but no
Pass
flag.
intended for number
Good coverage
20,
by
Bernard
Trayshawn
Harris.
Dawn as he was in the face of the intended receiver. That's number 20, Leonard Harris.
Ball's
But
incomplete.
good coverage.
Brings up second down, 10.
Don't really see face guarding very much in high school football, but Trayshawn Dunn with the good coverage is able to keep up with Harris step for step. And Harris will check out, and new receivers will come in the game. 2nd and 10. High snap, but they get it. And there's a handoff and a short gain. First contact by number 12.
Amani Gibbons on the carry.
That's Marty Jamison. And Givens on the carry gets 3. It's going to be third down
Takes
and
the ball out
7.
to the
But you
33-yard
see
line.
Jamison
Third
right
down
there
and
makes
7.
the first contact and then is wrapped up, I believe, by Billingsley. So 3rd and 7 with 2:20 left to go in this opening quarter. Santa Maria with the lead, 7-0. Whoa, that's a high snap. And he may just have to take it, and he's going to run. Thought he might take a knee right there, but he's going to run outside and step out of bounds and get a few yards back. More room for the punter. But that was a near
Collins on the
disaster.
carry.
High snap, and good job pursuing it and
Out of
keeping
bounds
him
at the
from
29-yard
making something
line.
happen as
Brings
he's
up fourth down
chased out
for
of
the
bounds
Panthers.
by Marty Jamison, and it's 4th down. McCubbin's going to come in to punt. His 2 punts so far in the night have not been very pretty, but they've been effective. As good bounces. That's gotten more yards than you might have expected. Oh, there's a line drive. Not another pretty punt, but look at the bounce. It's going to do something. It's going to look like a 30-yard punt on paper.
Just
it was really about a 15-yard punt or a 10-yard punt
1st and 10.
with a lot of bouncing. But doesn't matter. It worked. And the ball's at the 36. You would have expected Santa Maria to get much better field position 3 times in a row, but the punts work, whatever they look like. And now Woodlawn comes in on defense, and Santa Maria with Poirier and Sims in the backfield, 1st and 10. This is the 4th drive of the night. And there's a snap, and there's Sims. And I'm telling you, this Woodlawn defense, you're not going to get much up the middle. And
Sims
tackle made by number 20. We saw him a moment ago
first by number
on
20,
offense, Leonard Harris.
Loss of a yard on the play.
Two-way
Second
player
down,
loses
11.
a yard. So far tonight, Santa Maria's gotten most of their yardage on the ground outside the tackles on keepers from Cole Poirier. When they've tried the middle, they have not gotten very much at all. 2nd and 11. Shotgun. Left side, and it's caught, and it's a first down. Beautiful pitch and catch there, and a catch made by Noah Luke, number 17. And that's going to be good for about 15 yards. And you see, looking left all the way, leads his receiver perfectly, and right on the money to Noah Luke. And Santa Ma's at a 49-yard line with less than a minute left to go in this first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Santa Ma looking for more points. Now looking to the sidelines for a play. Poirier's got it, and he hands off to Simpson. This time he's got room, and he's got a first down, and he waits a second and gets about 5 more yards. So that time they did get a little bit up the middle. First success up the middle on the night for Reggie Sims, and it's a first down with 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter. So they will get a play off. They have to. But this may be the final play of the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 35. Last time they were in this position, you saw a touchdown pass to Paul on the play. Oh, it's fumbled, and they're trying to get it, but it looks like Woodlawn's going to get it, and they do. Oh, boy. He just could not get a handle on it.
Number 98, Eddie Powell.
And he had his hands on it, could not get it. Number 98 comes up with it. Eddie Powell, the left defensive end, and that's a tough break because it looked like Santa Ma had a chance to get a 2-score lead as they were driving downfield all the way down to the 35. But the quarterback, Cole Poirier, with his first mistake of the night with 8.9 seconds left to go in this first quarter. And now Santa Ma comes in on defense. High snap again and a handoff. It's a reverse, and they've got room to run, and it's going to be about 5 or 6, maybe 7 yards on the carry. On the final play of the first quarter. On the carry there, number 25, that was Jamarcus Sewell. And so that's the end of the first quarter, and we will take a break. Santa Ma with the lead, 7-0. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
Proud to be a Woodlawn High partner. Stop by your local branch and ask to switch your
Retail business empowered us to do more. Since 1957, Holmes Building Materials has provided lumber and building materials for the greater Baton Rouge area. We pride ourselves on customer service in the residential, commercial, and industrial sectors. We run over 25 trucks a day. The software system that we use is internet-based, so we always have to be up and running. Having consistency is the biggest thing that we can ask for, and EATEL helps provide us for that. If you're looking for great customer service, high-speed internet at an affordable price, I would highly recommend EATEL.
At KWattHome.com for KWatt.
And we're back, and it's the second quarter. 7-0 Santa Ma over Woodlawn.
Don't forget to visit the concession stand.
Let's take a look at what happened last week
in the South End Zone and on the visitors'
District
side.
5-5A. Woodlawn, as you saw last week's game, we had 26-24 over Dutchtown. Big comeback, big victory for Woodlawn. Catholic, easy night against East Ascension, 35-0, and then Santa Ma with the long rain delay, but came out successful against McKinley by a score of 28-0. Now we're ready for a second down, and it's about second down and 4, maybe 3. And Collins will hand it off up the middle, and should be a first down. That's Gibbons on the carry.
Takes the ball out to the 44-yard line.
And they're going to mark it at the 44. So that's the first down of the night for the Panthers. So far, Woodlawn, 3 drives in the first quarter, 3 3-and-outs. Now Woodlawn with a little bit of progress. So Collins and Givens in the backfield. Tight formation. And a high snap again. They've had that problem all night. Dumps it to the receiver, and he's got a first down. He's going to keep on going inside the 40. Down to about the 36. That caught by Jalen Henry. And you see the little dump right there. And he just outran his defenders. And they tried to push him out of bounds. That was Amade who tried to push him out of bounds, but kind of just pushed him forward, and he got a few extra yards. And it was tackled downfield for a first down. So Woodlawn driving for the first time tonight. And now they have the ball at the 35. And now a quick pass is complete. And a good tackle downfield.
Collins pass complete to number 2.
And it's a short gain to Adams. And you saw Bourgeois with the tackle standing him up right there. And then taken out by Jamison. But a 6-yard gain on the play. Just starting the second quarter. Woodlawn trying to tie this game. They trail 7-0. Santa Moss still has not given up a point in the first 5 quarters of District 5 5A play. Shotgun formation, and it's a pass. No, it's a run. And he's going to get close. I think he's going to be a short by about a yard.
Moves the ball down to the 27-yard line. Brings
ball's
up
at the 27.
Down
it's going to be 3rd down and 1 as we now get into the 10-minute mark. Possibly a 2-down situation right here. 3rd and short. And it's handoff up the middle. And he did not get it as he's taken down by Aiden Bourne, number 43. And a great penetration, great tackle as you see Bourne coming in right there.
No gain
and
on the play.
just
Brings
wrapping him up. That was Caleb Morgan, the backup running back. Could not do it. And as I said, this is 2-down territory. Woodlawn's kicking game really non-existent. They're not going to kick a long field goal right here, so they have to go for it right here. If you remember last week in this situation, 4th down, it was a quarterback sneak, and Collins just snuck around the right tackle and scored a touchdown from 35 yards out. So Santa Moss got to be looking out for that right here. Got to be very careful, and we have a whistle and a timeout. Looks like Woodlawn has called that timeout. Woodlawn. So that's their first timeout of the night, and we're going to stay here with this
Family
break.
Owned and operated, Mason's Grill is famous.
We're going to take a look at the games tonight here in District 5 5A. As we said, the East Ascension Dutchtown game has been canceled. That was supposed to be played last night. Dutchtown with COVID issues cannot play. So Santa Monica Woodlawn, that's our only game of the week this week. So SWAC gets a week off. He'll be ready next week. He'll be at Santa Monica next week. East Ascension, they're going to Shreveport. They had to negotiate with Bird. Bird lost their opponent to COVID. And so both teams were available, and they kind of just set up a game. And McKinley against Catholic. So McKinley's going to move to 0-2 in district play. And Catholic, that ought to be, that's the mismatch of the year in 5-5A pretty much every year. 4th and 2. So it's Collins in the backfield, joined by Morgan, and it's going to be a throw downfield. Receivers open, and it's a touchdown.
Pass complete to
Jalen Henry. And it's a 7-6 ball game with 9:01 left to go in this second quarter. And he beat his man fairly easily by a couple of yards. Nice pass by Ricky Collins. That's a bit of a surprise. Probably would have expected him to run right there on a 4th and short situation. That's what he did against Dutchtown last week. Caught the defense asleep, and the shotgun pass downfield into the end zone for the touchdown. Now the extra point coming. Woodlawn did not make an extra point last week.
In to attempt the extra point out of the hold of McCubbin.
This is, I believe, Pereira coming in to kick the extra point. That's a new kicker from last week. Snap is good. It's up. That was good. That was nice. It's 7-7 with 9:01 left to go before halftime. We're going to take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
It was important for me to be somewhere where I felt like I belonged, and I certainly feel that here.
Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and we gel really good together and help each other up.
It's always changing, so it always makes it exciting and fresh.
Everyone has a positive attitude.
everyone's voice is heard.
And I love it. That's kind of what I love about it. It's a variety of people.
If you enjoy a challenge and always being swift on your toes, come to EATEL.
Tie game, 7-7 in a battle for first place in District 5-5A. Woodlawn hosting Sanoma. And now Pereira will kick. And it's a good one. And it goes to the end zone, and Paul steps in the end zone, and it's a touchback. And so it's 1st and 10 for the Gators. Sanoma looked like they were driving up 7-0, and then a fumble by Cole Poirier trying to run the ball up the middle. Lost it. Looked like he regained it. It squirted away and then was recovered by Woodlawn. And then Woodlawn takes the ball and goes down the field and scores on a 4th and 2 pass downfield from Ricky Collins to Jalen Henry. And now it's 7-7. It's been a good one so far. What you would expect from two teams undefeated in district play so far. Now Poirier will try to answer. And it's a quarterback keeper and a nice hole up the middle. And he's got lots of room. He's broken free past midfield down to the 40 and a 40-yard gain on first down. And the fake faked everybody out. He gave the ball or faked the handoff to Reggie Sims and then kept it. That freed up the middle as everybody was chasing down Sims, and he keeps it for a 39-yard gain, they're going to say, down to the 41. So now Sanoma driving again, trying to regain the lead. 1st and 10, and they'll look to the sidelines for the play. 3 receivers set up to the left, 1 to the right. Now Sims will set up left. Poirier, snap, and the give. And a broken tackle, nice spin move, gets about 8 on first down. Reggie Sims with a nice run. Now all of a sudden some room kind of opening up in the middle of the field as both Poirier and Sims are able to take advantage. In the first quarter, it was really tough to get yardage up the middle of that Woodlawn defense, but now Sanoma making a little bit of room as they go. 2nd and 2, down to the 33-yard line. And here's Poirier with the snap. And he's looking downfield left, wide open, caught at the 22. And a first down catch by Noah Luke.
Pass complete to number 17.
Wide open. As you see the nice throw downfield.
At the 19-yard line.
And
1st and
good
10,
catch
Sanoma
by Luke. And he's taken down right there by Leonard Harris, number 20. And it's 1st and 10 at the 19. So Sanoma in the red zone for the first time here tonight. Their first touchdown was a 34-yard pass from Poirier to Paul. Shotgun, quick pass, and oh, that was dangerous. Was it a lateral? They're going to say incomplete. We'll check the replay. So where is he when he throws the ball? He's at the 36. It goes to about the 34, definitely forward. We're going to call it an incomplete pass, the proper call.
Gators.
Excuse me, that was at the 24, from the 26 to about the 24. So the officials ultimately made the right call, but that was a little bit sloppy as one of the defenders kind of broke it up as the downfield block not happening. Now an empty backfield, 5 receivers. 2nd and 10. Poirier looking downfield. Now he might keep it, and he throws it downfield, but was he past the line of scrimmage? I think he was. This will probably be
flag on the
play. A penalty against Sanoma. I believe he got past the line of scrimmage. Yeah, he was at least a yard past the line of scrimmage. I believe that's what they're going to call. Let's wait for the officials, though. The line of scrimmage was about the 19, 18-yard line. He threw the ball at about the 17. Pass is incomplete. going to be third down. They may call this against Woodlawn. They are. That's interesting because I believe he was well past the line of scrimmage.
Let's hear it for our Woodlawn Panther cheerleaders.
So the penalty will be called against Woodlawn. That's kind of interesting.
Pass interference.
They're going to call it defensive pass interference. Don't know if we can get the replay back up or not. The ball was thrown at about the 17-yard line, it looked like. You see the ball about at the 18, steps up. Okay, no, he was not past the line of scrimmage. He was not past the line. That's my fault. Okay, I got confused there. Okay, just making sure. Wanted to make sure that I was not making a mistake, and what do you know? It's me. All right, 6:54 left to go, and I'm going to crawl back in my little corner for 1 second. Now I'm back. All right, here we go. So it's second down and short, second down and less than a yard. Down to the 10.
Make that second down and short for the Gators.
So my apologies to Sanamon and the quarterback Poirier. And there's a handoff to Paul, and that is enough for a first down, most likely.
Number 34 on the carry.
Not much more than that, but it's about a yard or two on the play. That's all they needed. Running off the right tackle. And he gets about 2.
Ball spotted at the 8-yard line. First
and goal. And now Sanamon with a chance to retake the lead. One receiver left, 3 right. Looking right all the way, throws into the end zone, up for grabs, incomplete. Looked like he was trying to get Rizzuto, but was off by a couple of yards.
Incomplete.
So that's going to bring up second down and goal. You had your 3 receivers out there to the right. You had Luke, you had Starks, and Rizzuto. They went to Rizzuto playing in that slot position. Incomplete. Ty Bell is a receiver to the left. Sims is in the backfield. Poirier at quarterback. And there's a shotgun, and there's a handoff up the middle, and he gets a few down to the 5, and nice run there.
Sims
down to about the 3.
The ball down to the 4-yard line.
So they get about 5 on the play, and it looked like he was stopped right there, but he got free, broke free. Good forward momentum, falls forward, gets a couple of more yards, and now it's third down and goal. They say the ball's at the 4. There's a whistle, and we're going to take a break for the hydration break. And let's take a look at a couple things here. We'll start with the games next week. November 6th, we have 2 games that we're going to be covering, both on Friday night. I'll be at East Ascension. Woodlawn taking on East Ascension. SWAC will be out at Sanamon for Catholic versus Sanamon. If Sanamon wins tonight, that's going to be a matchup between 2-0 teams in district play. Dutchtown, they're going to go to McKinley. That's what's scheduled. They are going to try to play the game. As of right now, they're going to try. So we'll see what happens if they can get back and play a game. They're going to be short a few players because several players on the Dutchtown side are quarantined right now, and that's been the issue. That's why the game last week, or I guess yesterday, was postponed. Yes, the game yesterday against East Ascension. And East Ascension, they didn't waste any time. They got on the horn with Bird, and they are going up to Shreveport. And that really doesn't bother Coach Lee. We talked to him last year about going up to Houghton. He said he likes that because it gets teams used to long bus trips because that's what you're going to have to do in the playoffs. Third and goal. And it's a drop ball, and it's in the end zone, and it's going to be recovered by Woodlawn for a touchback. That's unfortunate as the ball just hits the ground. Watch the replay here. It hits the ground, and then it's kicked by Sims. That's the second turnover deep in Woodlawn territory. and this game is still tied 7-7. And Santa Maria had 2 chances here to get more points, both times unsuccessful. Both times turnovers have stopped the Gators. And so it's 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line now. Woodlawn, their first successful drive, the first drive that didn't result in a 3-and-out, resulted in a touchdown. So it's basically feast or famine for these guys. Let's see what happens on this drive. And fake. Collins gets away, going to stay and throw it downfield. Receivers up there, but it's picked off. And now it's going to be deep into Woodlawn territory, down to the 40, down to the 30. And nice move down inside the 20. It's picked off by Evan Bourgeois as he read that play all the way, and look at him running downfield, following his blockers, and makes a nice move inside, spin move and down. So Evan Bourgeois with the turnover. Nice interception by the free safety for Santa Maria Gators. And they're back in the red zone. So turnover followed by a turnover. So you have a fumble in the end zone by Santa Maria, and then you have an interception back into the red zone from Woodlawn. So now 1st and 10. Now Poirier, he's looking left all the way. Now he goes right. Throws it downfield, and it's caught, I believe. They're going to say he caught it. Ty Bell.
Complete to number 1.
And he gets about 8 or 9. Good catch by Ty Bell. Good patience there by Poirier. Throws it downfield. Good catch
just inside the
at the dirt.
Line. Brings up 2nd down.
And it's a 9-yard gain. And they're back to the 10-yard line, almost where they were when they fumbled 2 plays ago. Hard to believe they were here 2 plays ago. 2nd down. Poirier with the keeper up the middle, and he's got a 1st down to the 4.
Poirier on the keeper.
So good play there. Started chasing Reggie Sims, as you see. You see the fake freezes the entire right side of the Woodlawn line. They started chasing him. That freed up some space up the middle. And the quarterback was able to get a 5-yard gain, and now it's 1st and goal for the Gators. This has been a very good game here so far. A couple of turnovers on both sides, a couple of scores, a couple of nice passes downfield, pretty evenly matched. 1st down, handoff up the middle, and Sims reaches over. Did he get in? Yes, he did. It's a touchdown.
Sims on the carry, touchdown.
And
Gators.
Sims with the effort and reaching over with his hand with the ball. You see him right there. And he's through for the score, and that makes it 13-7 with 4:20 left to go in the 2nd quarter, and Cole Poirier will come on to kick the extra point. So that turnover in the end zone where you had the miscommunication between Poirier and Sims. Sims kicked the ball into the end zone, recovered by Woodlawn.
To attempt the extra point.
Didn't hurt him after all, as Bourgeois was able to intercept 1 play later. And then 4 plays later, they're in the end zone. Here comes the extra point. Looks like Woodlawn is off sides. If it's no good, they'll get an extra shot. And it's no good. They will get an extra shot. Somebody on the the left side of the Woodlawn line definitely jumped. They're going to get a second shot at this. The flag is definitely down at the 4-yard line on the far side of the field. It was obvious. So they'll get another chance.
Is the call.
Another chance. Now do you go for 2? I seriously doubt it. It looks like they're setting up for the extra point. Poirier now kicks the extra points, but he's also the quarterback. They're discussing it with the sidelines. Looks like they're going to just go for, looks like maybe they're going to go for 2. They got a split backfield. Or do they? Are they going to set up for the extra point? Yeah, they're setting it up. He's setting up the tee right there. Number 6, Easton Laborde. He's the backup quarterback. He's a holder. And this one is blocked. It's no good.
The extra point attempt is blocked.
2 chances, and they didn't get it. It's 13-7 as you see the replay right here. And good penetration and the block. Easy block. It's 13-7, and we'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
It was important for me to be somewhere where I felt like I belonged, and I certainly feel that here.
Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and we gel really good together and help each other up.
It's always changing, so it always makes it exciting and fresh.
Everyone has a positive attitude. Everyone's voice is heard.
And I love it. That's kind of what I love about it. It's a variety of people.
If you enjoy a challenge and always being swift on your toes, come to EATEL.
13-7, Sangamon with the lead on the touchdown run from Reggie Sims. Extra point was blocked. No good. So it's a 6-point lead for the Gators with 4:20 left to go before halftime. And so Poirier will come in to kick off. And it looked like a Santa Monica man was offsides, but no flag. And return, nice room, and he's got it to the 30. He's to the 40. He's past midfield and wrestled down there. Trayshawn Dunn
for the Panthers
was able to tackle Leonard Harris, and he was probably the last guy that had a chance at him. He gets a nice return, cuts out to the left, and nobody in those lanes. And you see right there, Trayshawn Dunn able to wrestle him down from behind, but now Woodlawn's going to have good field position inside the 40-yard line as they try to tie this game. And now we got Collins and Givens in the backfield. Oh, and different back in the backfield. We'll talk about him in a minute. Pass is complete to the 30 and about a gain of 8. That's Clayton Adams.
Complete to Adams.
And so it's going to be second down and short. The new back in the field is Javion Haynes, number 21.
Gain of 9, second down, 1.
So Haynes now in the backfield with Collins. 2nd and 1 for the Panthers, trying to tie or maybe take the lead. And a handoff. And this time it's Collins to the 20.
Javion Haynes on
the carry. Nice run for the backup running back as he gets past the 25. Nice spin move, gets away from a couple of guys and down to the 18-yard line before he's eventually taken down with a shoestring tackle. And now Woodlawn answers, and they're in their own red zone as well. Haynes will stay in the game after the first down run. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Collins looking left, fade downfield, and it is incomplete. Just incomplete. Looking for Henry.
Falls incomplete.
Number 9. Nice pass. Looked like he got his hands on it over the shoulders, but just could not wrap it up.
Second down, 10.
And so incomplete. Second down with 3:11 left to go before halftime. Woodlawn trying to tie things up. Three receivers again left, 1 right. And Collins now looking up the middle. I think he's going to run with this one. He's got room. He may score if he can get to the corner. And he's down to about the 3. And so he's short.
The keeper
nearly a block in the back, as you see right there. Number 12.
Woodlawn.
Marty Jamison got a little nicked from behind, but they did not throw the flag. I was wondering if they were going to throw the flag for the block in the back right there, but they did not, and the ball's at the 3. It's 1st and 10, or excuse me, 1st and goal. tight formation. And the ball's on the ground. The ball's on the ground.
Fumble on the play.
And who has it? They're still talking about it. Santa Ma's got the ball. They're saying Santa Ma's got the ball. 1st and 10.
By the Gators.
That's 2 red zone turnovers. 1 for Santa Ma and 1 for Woodlawn. And that time the Santa Ma defense comes up with the big turnover. Back-to-back drives, you get turnovers. Ball must be a little slick down there. That's 3 fumbles here on the night, plus 1 interception, 4 turnovers. The turnover battle is even at 2-2 as we come toward the end of the second quarter. Ball at the 4-yard line. Santa Ma just trying to hold on to the ball right here. And so we change up the offense. Cole Poirier. And he gives it to the back, and that's going to be a loss near the end zone. So Sims does not get much.
Eric Randall on the tackle.
And so
no gain on the play.
Let's take a look
Second
at
down
the tackle
for the
made. That's Eric Randall, number 13. 2-yard loss. It's 2nd and 12. Clock running, 2:26. I believe Woodlawn has used 1 timeout so far. Santa Ma has not used any. And a shotgun handoff. And Sims breaks free. And he is shy of a first down by about a yard.
Sims on the carry.
He's going to get about 12 on the play. So trying the right tackle. Cuts outside. Looked like he was going to get a lot more room, but he's chased
Takes
down.
the ball out to the 12-yard line.
As the
Third
receiver
down
cannot
and
hold his
1.
block long enough to get him past. So it's 3rd down and 1 with 1:51. Woodlawn not calling a timeout right here. If Santa Ma can get a first down, they can come close to being able to run out the clock before halftime if that's what they choose to do. So 3rd and short. And quarterback keeper. Ooh, that's close.
Poirier on the keeper.
I think the mark from the far side might be enough. Let's take a look. That's going to be real close. It is a first down.
Move the ball out past the
That's
13,
a big play right there.
10,
That's very critical here in this game before halftime because 4th down, Woodlawn with 2 timeouts left to go. They may be able to do something with the ball right there. So great job by Poirier. And Santa Ma holds on to the ball. Now they're going to look to do something with it, throw a little screen, and that was nearly trouble.
Poirier's pass falls incomplete.
Intended for Justin Starks, who was coming around from the right side. Falls incomplete, and so with 1:04 left to go before halftime, the clock stops. And actually, with that incompletion, that could give Woodlawn a new chance at the ball here, a new lease on life on defense, because they still have the 2 timeouts left. If they can hold them here and call 2 quick timeouts, they can get the ball back with about 45 seconds left. And the shotgun snap and the keeper, short gain, about a yard.
Poirier on the keeper.
Not much. Will Woodlawn call a timeout?
Tackled by number 70.
They're not calling a
Edwin
timeout.
Jones.
That is surprising.
3rd down and long for the Gators.
They're choosing not to call a timeout. Interesting decision there by Coach Eric Randall. Excuse me, Marcus Randall. Eric Randall, the brother of Marcus Randall. Both of them played quarterback in college. And the clock will run down, and I believe Santa Ma will let it run down to 0, and then they'll call a timeout, and they do. And so
timeout,
we'll stay with it, and let's take a look at the Santa Maria schedule and what they've done so far this season. They're 4-0 on the season.
Once again, graciously donated pregame meals for the players.
They have two shutouts. They have the homecoming shutout against Sophie B. Wright and the shutout against McKinley. They had two big wins, 35-13, 33-13 over Denham Springs and Lutcher. And if they can win tonight, they got the big matchup with Catholic next week. Then you have the two Ascension Parish rivals at Dutchtown. And Dutchtown's still dealing with quarantine and issues like that, so you don't know what they're going to have for the rest of the season. East Ascension, they're a solid team, even though they lost to Catholic last week. They're breaking in a one-quarterback set with Dunn as their quarterback, Cullen Wheat, one of their two quarterbacks, is out for a while. So they're going to be a new team with Dunn at quarterback. It's going to be 3rd and 8. 20 seconds left. I'm still wondering why Woodlawn would not call a timeout right there. Now both teams have two. And now they'll set up a screen again, and it's caught, and that's going to be a first down and out of bounds, caught by Rizzuto.
His pass complete to number 2, out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
With 13.4 left,
1st and 10.
It's not a lot of time for Santa Maria to do anything right here. Woodlawn can't get the ball back unless there's a turnover. Let's see what Santa Maria chooses to do. They may take a shot at it right here. They're going to spread out the field. There's an empty backfield. They still have a couple of timeouts left to go, so they have a shot at 3 plays right here. So 4 receivers right, 1 left. Poirier at quarterback. He's looking right, and he throws a pass short of Rizzuto.
Poirier's pass falls incomplete.
Now that stops the clock at 8.2.
Brings up 2nd down for the Gators.
Looking left, but then flushed out to the right and has to throw it to Rizzuto coming back from the right side, but it's incomplete. And so 8.2 left to go here before the
up in the press
second half begins, or before we go to halftime for sure. So 3 receivers left, now 1 right. And they just choose to run it up the middle. And that might get him a few yards. He might get a lot. There's a flag, though. And that's going to end the first half.
On the carry.
Probably on an offensive holding call. Likely the end of the first half. Let's wait for the call to make it official. Woodlawn's already going to the locker room. So I believe we're going to get a hold here. Flag is going to be against the Gators, and it's declined, and it's halftime.
Personal foul against the Gators. The penalty is declined.
Santa Maria will have the lead going into the half. Our score 13-7. It's been a good first half, and we'll have a second half in just a few minutes. We'll take a break right now. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
Hi, Erin, reminding you it's time to speed things up with all-fiber internet from EATEL. Your connectivity needs keep expanding, streaming, surfing, and playing games. And EATEL continues to stay ahead of the curve with the fastest speeds. Plus, our Eero whole home Wi-Fi will eliminate dead spots in your home. EATEL takes the hassle out of setting things up so you get our #1 rated reliability from the bedroom to the patio. As always, you will get the personal service you deserve from EATEL. Fast, local, reliable.
Get ready to kick off the savings at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Save $11,000 on new 2020 Sierra or 2020 Envision, $13,000 off at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. New Sierra, $11,000 off. 2020 Envision, $13,000 off. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, PICU proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at PICU Builders Supply help you with your new project today.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Hi, Monica Arnold, reminding you that your support of EATEL Cares is helping education in our area. Volunteer Ascension is a dynamic organization in our area. Their annual school tools drive gets kids the resources they need to succeed. The EATEL Technology Awards provides laptops for college to deserving seniors. Teachers are awarded cash for resources through our Reach a Kid grants. We could not do it without your patronage. Thanks for supporting EATEL and education.
6th grade and has been a member of the Panther Marching Band all 4 years of high school. He was also a leader of the robotics team. Johnny wishes to serve his country in a branch of the military, but also is looking forward to earning a degree, but has not decided where yet. He would like to thank both band directors, Mr. Love and Mr. Sherman, for guiding him to follow his musical passion. His favorite memories are late-night football games and competitions. Next is Aaron Bonton. Aaron is walking with his father, Ronald Bonton Jr., and mother, Alicia Bonton, tonight. Aaron has been an academic magnet student all 4 years here at Woodlawn, taking advanced and AP classes, and has been a marching band member for 3 of those years. After graduation, he plans to attend Southern University and pursue a degree in computer science. His greatest accomplishment has been discovering his career path and choosing what he wants to do after graduation. He has loved being on the road with his band family, and his best memory has come from those travels and competitions. He would like to thank Mrs. Watson for being a source of encouragement and staying on top of his grades. Next is Kyron Brown. Kyron is on the field with his father, Christopher Scott, and his mother, Constance Brown. He is in the academic magnet program and has maintained a 3.5 GPA while taking advanced and AP classes. He wishes to pursue a degree at LSU in the field of computer engineering starting this fall. He has been a member of the Woodlawn High School marching band for 3 years, playing the bass drum at football games, competitions, and while marching in parades. His favorite memory was his first year at band camp as a sophomore. Next is Jermaine Davis. Jermaine is accompanied by his mother, Jacqueline Wheeler, and Jermaine Davis Sr. Jermaine plays the trombone, has been playing since the 6th grade. He has been a member of the band all 4 years while attending Woodlawn High School. He plans to further his education at LSU in the fall and is looking forward to earning a degree in computer engineering. Next is Ethan Joseph, walking the field with his father, Edwin Joseph, and his mother, Latoya Joseph. Ethan is a percussionist playing the cymbals and bass drum in Woodlawn's marching band. He has been playing for 5 years total, but only one of those here at Woodlawn. He would like to give a shout out to Mr. Love, the band director, for re-sparking his interest and love for playing in the band. In the future, Ethan plans to attend college and would like to be a data analyst with a degree in computer science. Next is Fallon Melton. Fallon plays the alto saxophone and is joined by her mother, Tara Melton, and her father, Chris Melton, tonight. She has been playing for 7 years, but also enjoys JROTC and is an avid writer. She is in the Academic Magnet program and holds a 3.8 GPA while taking AP and is currently enrolled in the LSU English through the dual enrollment program. She is the winner of the Ernest J. Gaines Literary Award, placing first in her freshman year and third in her sophomore year. She loves band competitions and won Cadet of the Year in JROTC. She wishes to attend Louisiana State University and begin a career as a writer. She hopes to have her books of poetry published. She would like to thank Colonel Keyes for reminding her to reach for the moon. Next is Nicole Workman. Nicole is accompanied by her father, Kerry Van Sickle, and her mother, Tiffany Van Sickle. She has been a member of the band for all 4 years at Woodlawn and is in the Great Scholars program here. She has a 3.7 GPA, and her favorite memory has been playing in the band during football games and all of the competitions. She plays the flute and would like to thank Mrs. Falco, Mr. Love, and Mr. Sherman for helping me become a better musician. She plans to attend ULL in the future and pursue a degree in music education. Next is Judah Wyman. Judah is walking the field tonight with his father, Christopher Wyman, and his mother, Judy Wyman. Judy plays the trombone and the tuba and has played all 4 years in high school. He is in the Great Scholars program and has maintained a 3.75 GPA. He plans to first attend BRSCC and then continue to pursue a degree at LSU for audio engineering and would like to continue to compose his own music. He would like to thank Mrs. Kearney for being an excellent teacher and encouraging him to pursue his goals. His favorite memory is playing in the band during football games and competitions. And now our senior Pantherette, Alexa Scott. Alexa is being escorted by her mother, Tarika Mack, and her father, Michael Mack. She is an academic magnet student here at Woodlawn and is also a two-sport athlete. She participates in multiple clubs and currently holds a 4.0 GPA. Her favorite memory from Woodlawn happened her junior year when she was awarded the honor of Battalion XO in the JROTC for the 2021 school year. After graduation, she will serve her country in the United States Army. She will go to basic and air training and eventually pursue a degree in criminal justice in college, as she would like to be an attorney. She would like to thank Mrs. Nobles for always having her back and never letting her quit. And now our Flag Corps seniors. First, Alexandria Lexi Marino. Lexi is walking with her stepfather, Troy Reese, tonight. She has been a member of the Color Guard for 3 years now, and her favorite memory includes getting together before every game and just spending quality time together. She plans to pursue attending cosmetology school in the near future and one day dreams of opening her own salon. The funniest thing that she remembers happening was during a performance when she threw a toss and accidentally gave herself a black eye. She loves her teammates and wishes them well. And our final senior is Lily Hauptman. Lily is walking with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Robert Hauptman. She has played the oboe for over 6 years and has participated in the Flag Corps all 4 years of high school. She is a Great Scholars student taking AP and LSU dual enrollment courses while maintaining a 3.8 GPA. In competition, she received a superior in her ratings for flags. She plans to attend ULM and major in pre-pharmacy. Lily would like to thank Ms. Cantor for always making me feel as though I was being heard and pushing me to achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, the seniors of the Cheerleaders, Band, Dance, and Flag Corps.
Hi, Erin, reminding you it's time to speed things up with all-fiber internet from EATEL. Your connectivity needs keep expanding, streaming, surfing, and playing games. And EATEL continues to stay ahead of the curve with the fastest speeds. Plus, our eRow whole home Wi-Fi will eliminate dead spots in your home. EATEL takes the hassle out of setting things up so you get our #1 rated reliability from the bedroom to the patio. As always, you will get the personal service you deserve from EATEL. Fast, local, reliable.
Get ready to kick off the savings at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Save $11,000 on new 2020 Sierra or 2020 Envision, $13,000 off at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. New Sierra, $11,000 off. 2020 Envision, $13,000 off. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Hi, Monica Arnold, reminding you that your support of EATEL Cares is helping education in our area. Volunteer Ascension is a dynamic organization in our area. Their annual school tools drive gets kids the resources they need to succeed. The EATEL Technology Awards provides laptops for college to deserving seniors. Teachers are awarded cash for resources through our Reach a Kid grants. We could not do it without your patronage. Thanks for supporting EATEL and education.
Halftime at Woodlawn High School, Woodlawn Stadium here in Baton Rouge. Sandoval with the lead, 13-7. I'm Jeff Porsche. It's been a good first half. Woodlawn trying to get to 2-0, and so is Sandoval. Sandoval scored first on a pass from Poirier to Paul, 34 yards, made it 7-0. Woodlawn, after a Sandoval fumble, took the ball downfield and scored a touchdown of their own on a quarterback pass from Ricky Collins to Jalen Henry, and that made the score 7-7. But late in the first half, Sandoval answered after an interception on defense by Evan Bourgeois, and that drive ends with a Reggie Sims 4-yard touchdown, and the extra point was blocked, no good, and so that's where we stand, 13-7. Looked like Woodlawn was going to drive downfield in the final couple of minutes of the first half, but a fumble recovered by the Sandoval defense ended the drive inside the 5-yard line. We've seen 4 turnovers tonight, 2 by each team, 1 interception and 1 fumble from Woodlawn, 2 fumbles from Sandoval. It's been a very close, very even game. Woodlawn is going to get the ball to start the second half. We're still about 4 minutes away from the end of halftime, and so we're going to take a break, and we'll be back, and we'll talk about more things and get to the second half in just a moment. But it's 13-7, Sandoval with the lead. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
Hi, Erin, reminding you it's time to speed things up with all-fiber internet from EATEL. Your connectivity needs keep expanding, streaming, surfing, and playing games. And EATEL continues to stay ahead of the curve with the fastest speeds. Plus, our eero whole home Wi-Fi will eliminate dead spots in your home. EATEL takes the hassle out of setting things up so you get our #1 rated reliability from the bedroom to the patio. As always, you will get the personal service you deserve from EATEL. Fast, local, reliable.
Get ready to kick off the savings at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Save $11,000 on new 2020 Sierra or 2020 Envision, $13,000 off at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. New Sierra, $11,000 off. 2020 Envision, $13,000 off. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Hi, Monica Arnold, reminding you that your support of EATEL Cares is helping education in our area. Volunteer Ascension is a dynamic organization in our area. Their annual school tools drive gets kids the resources they need to succeed. The EATEL Technology Awards provides laptops for college to deserving seniors. Teachers are awarded cash for resources through our Reach a Kid grants. We could not do it without your patronage. Thanks for supporting EATEL and education.
13-7 is our score. Jump Force here at Woodlawn Stadium. Sandoval versus Woodlawn. You saw the score right there. Sandoval with the lead. We're still about a minute away from the start of the second half. Beautiful, but getting a little bit cool here tonight. Temperatures dropped 5 degrees since the opening kickoff. We're down to about 55 degrees, and we're probably going to get into the 40s here tonight. So it's going to be a chilly one before this night's over. Let's talk about the top 10 in Class 5A while we wait for the teams to come out. And you can see Acadiana, they got a really powerful team, but they usually do. They're 4-0. Brother Martin is a bit of a surprise. They beat Rummel, and they are number 2 in the state. They are 4-0 on the season. Then Zachary, they've won some state championships. Rummel, they've won some titles. They're 3-4. Catholic High, you saw them last week on EATEL on Friday night with the big win over East Ascension, and they are 2-2 on the season. Then John Curtis, they also have a couple of losses, but John Curtis and Catholic, you know they're playing the best opponents they can get, and so that'll get them prepared for a postseason, I'm sure. That 2-2 record on both their sides is very deceiving. West Monroe, they're 3-1, and they're always going to be up there. Ruston, they're 3-1, and they've got a good team. You saw them last year in the postseason. They eliminated Dutchtown and East Ascension from the playoffs. Then you got Scotlandville from the other Baton Rouge 5A district, and then Byrd at number 10. And we talked about this already. Byrd is playing against East Ascension this weekend in District 5 5A. Byrd lost their opponent this week to COVID, and East Ascension lost Dutchtown to COVID. So those two teams kind of inked up a last-minute deal, and East Ascension's going up to Shreveport to take on Byrd at the last minute. So that's I'll look at the top 10 here in 5A. Here in the district, of course, this is a matchup for first place with Catholic. You would expect Catholic to win tonight. They're taking on McKinley, and that is probably the biggest mismatch in 5A, and the biggest mismatches you'll get probably in the classification of 5A. So we would expect Catholic to win tonight. The winner here tonight is going to be unbeaten. And if it's Santa Maria, they get Catholic next week. So Catholic at Santa Maria. SWAC's going to be out there next week for that game. Kind of jealous. But I'm going to have a good one, too. I'll have East Ascension versus Woodlawn. But if Santa Maria can pull this out tonight, they're winning right now, that would be a matchup for first place and probably the district title. Of course, Santa Maria still got a hard schedule ahead of them, but they would be in a really good position to get back into the postseason after a short absence. And we are now inside of a minute left to go here before this second half begins. Woodlawn's going to get the ball to start the second half. Poirier is going to kick. He's their utility guy, the quarterback, the kicker, the punter. He can do it all. He's having a nice night. Couple of turnovers. One of them was on a bobbled snap and run, and the other one was a misconnection between him and Sims. So he's at least partly responsible for a couple of turnovers tonight, but he's also had a big role in the touchdown since he had a long pass to Paul. Beautiful pass for a touchdown.
You have 1 quarter left to purchase your raffle tickets. For the
now we're ready for the second half kickoff.
Basketball team is selling them. 1 ticket for $1, 10 for $5, or 20 for $10.
Back to receive. We're going to see Leonard Harris. He had a nice return earlier in the second quarter. Clayton Adams also back deep, and he is dangerous. You saw him last week return that punt against Dutchtown for a touchdown that tied the game and ended up being the game winner after the 2-point conversion.
Poirier in to kick for the Gators.
So here we go. We're about ready to start. And Poirier's going to kick it off. Good kickoff inside the 10, at the 10. And it's taken by Adams. And he's going to cut outside and get to the 25-yard line.
Adams on the return. Out to the 27-yard line.
And
where the Panthers
he is taken down,
first and 10.
as you see there, by number 28, among others. 28, Evan Bourgeois. He had the interception earlier tonight. The one interception that we've had so far this evening. Quarterback on the Woodlawn side, Ricky Collins. He has 1 touchdown pass and 1 interception. The touchdown pass was to Jalen Henry. Ball at 27, first and 10. And a fake and a pass complete to Adams. And Adams gets about 6 or 7 before he's taken down.
Complete to Adams.
So good gain on first down. You see the quick swing pass. Good blocking downfield. Gets a few more, and then he's taken down
out to the 35-yard line
by Marty Jameson.
Second down, 4.
It's going to be a gain of 6 to the 35. We could call that second down and a long 3. They need to get just past the 38, not quite to the 39. And handoff up the middle, and not much. That's the backup running back, Javion Haynes. And
no gain on the play. Third down
maybe
for
about
the
half a yard. It's going to be third down and 3. So Woodlawn trying to continue this drive. Santa Maria hoping for the 3 and out and get the ball back and try to extend the lead. And a little bit of confusion on defense. Pass is complete and a first down. It looked like there was some confusion, maybe trying to get a timeout, not sure.
Collins pass.
Adams with the catch. Saw a little bit of confusion.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
On the Santa Maria defense. A couple of guys jumping up and down.
First down.
Maybe out of position. but it's going to be an 8-yard gain and a first down. So Woodlawn keeps their drive alive with 10:28 left to go before the end of the third quarter. Collins at quarterback. Deep downfield into double coverage and caught for a first down inside the 30. Catch made by Leonard Harris off the back shoulder.
At the 27-yard line.
Able to break double coverage.
First down.
Safety coming over, as you can see, but a little bit of confusion. Ball a little bit off, but off the back shoulder and caught. So Leonard Harris with the long gain down to the 27-yard line. So Woodlawn in business now, trying to tie this game or maybe take the lead. Three receivers left, one right. And there's Haynes on the carry and a good tackle in the backfield. Tyler DeJean.
Haynes on the carry.
The left end with the
behind
tackle.
The line of scrimmage by
and
number 9.
It's going to be a loss of a yard. And you saw Tyler DeJean was just all over 11. That play, and nothing going to happen on that one. So second down and 11 back to the 28-yard line. Our score, Santa Maria 13, Woodlawn 7. Shotgun. High snap, quarterback keeper, design keeper, cuts outside, down to the 20, and about 8 on the play. It's going to be third down and about 3. See the design keeper, a little bit of a slow snap, and stepping out of bounds away from the defenders. They're going to say he got down to the 21, so actually a gain of about 7.
Down for the Panthers.
It's 3rd and 4 as Woodlawn approaching the red zone. Again, this is probably a 2-down situation. And the quarterback keeper again, and that time it's not happening. LeJean with 2 big plays on this series of downs, and it's going to be 4th down. So Tyler LeJean, this has been his drive here, his series of downs as a quarterback keeper, and they can't get him. They had a couple of guys trying to block him, but he broke free, and he makes a tackle. Now it's 4th and 8, and we see some substitutions in. Ricky Collins coming out of the game. They may punt this one. Well, actually, this may be a field goal. They might try the 41, 42-yarder. This kicker's got a good leg. We did not see him last week in the Dutchtown game. 36, Rui James Pereira
the field goal
from the right hash. 42-yarder, and it's no good. That's way off to the left. And so
his kick is wide left.
Santa Maria dodges a bullet as Woodlawn approaches the red zone, but a couple of nice defensive plays by Tyler LeJean. That's his drive there on that series of downs. 2 tackles for loss, and the missed field goal by Pereira.
At the 20-yard line where Santa Maria
with
takes over 1st and 10
left to go in the third quarter. And now Cole Poirier and the Gators offense comes out onto the field trying to get a little separation here, trying to make it a 2-score game with the ball at the 20-yard line. Sims in the backfield. And looking right all the way, nearly a pick six. Nearly a pick six. Oh, they're lucky to get that one back. As you see on the replay, red all the way.
Nearly intercepted. Brings up 2nd down 10.
And that number 8, Desiree Delmore, coming in from the safety position. And nearly caught on the carry. You might want to mention that. Nearly was caught. Went back into the receiver's hands. But that was a disaster nearly. As you take a good look at quarterback and running back, Poirier and Sims. And quarterback keeper around the right side. And a nice job running down his attempted tackler. Nice little lower to shoulder and knock him out. Gets about 7 on the play. 6'2", 210 pounds. He's not a little
Third down
short
and 3.
option quarterback. He's a big boy. You don't want to take him on again like that, most probably, especially if you're one of the shorter defensive backs or safeties. He made a statement right there. Third down and 3. Poirier waiting for the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to look right. And that's nearly picked off. It is picked off. And this might be 6. That's Harris down to the 10, to the 4, and out of bounds.
Poirier's pass intercepted by number 20, Leonard
The
Harris.
first pass of this drive was nearly picked. That one was definitely picked. As he was looking left all the way, and the safety, Harris, jumps the route and gets the pick, and now it's 1st and goal. You saw this earlier in the second quarter. Woodlawn had a 1st and goal, then they fumbled, and Santa Maria recovered. They're going to say he stepped out at the 10. Did not see that there. So possibly a break there for the Gators on defense, but it's 1st and goal. And it's end around, down to the 5, down near the end zone to the 1, and not in. Clayton Adams.
Clayton Adams on the carry.
He's a yard shy as he
the ball
takes it
down to
outside,
the
cuts
2-yard
inside.
line.
Nice
Second and
move.
goal.
Gets through the defenders, reaches out, but not quite. 7:03 left to go in the third quarter. Now you see Amani Givens in the backfield, the starter at running back. May try to keep this one right up the middle. No, the quarterback keeps it himself and tries the right side, and he moves in and he scores. It looked like that was stopped.
Touchdown,
It looked like Lee Amadei had it read, but he was able to break free. You see Amadei right there. No, he was down. That was actually number 8 on the that was Zach Gonzalez. Tried to get him down and could not get him, and so now it's tied at 13. And now Pereira's going to come in to try to give Woodlawn their first lead of the night.
Extra point out of the hold of McCubbin.
Woodlawn's the kind of team that hangs around and then takes the lead in the second half. You've seen this last week against Dutchtown, and they take the lead. It's 14-13 with 6:39 left to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
13.
When I think of EATEL, I think of family. I think of kind of like home.
You know, it comes from the top down. You know, everybody who works here all the way up to the top all feels very much part of the community and cares so much.
I think if you selfless, if you can serve others, then you can work here.
And I love dealing with people.
And I have been quite impressed with EATEL's involvement in the community.
If you enjoy working with people in an emerging industry, then come work for EATEL.
Fourteen to 13, Woodlawn takes their first lead of the night on a quarterback keeper by Ricky Collins, and the extra point by Pereira makes it 14 to 13. That drive set up by an interception by Leonard Harris, number 20. Intercepted, took it back to the 10-yard line. And now Poirier is going to get a chance to redeem himself as he has thrown his first interception of the night. That's 3 turnovers on the night for the Gators, and that's an obvious offsides. You see that a lot
Flag on the play.
in the games that we've been covering this year.
Offsides against the Panthers.
There was one guy who was about 2 yards downfield before it even happened on the far side by the Santa Maria sideline, and the guy just stood there like, oh boy. It was kind of embarrassing for him, I believe, and once he got there, he just knew he was guilty. So they're going to kick again.
That'll move the ball back 5 yards for a re-kick.
You see Paul back there. Ball moved back to the 35. So you'll get another chance to kick it here. I believe that's DeAndre Taylor also back there with him for the Gators. And that's who's going to take it at about the 12. And that's DeAndre Taylor with a nice return to the 32, maybe the 33. So Sandmall gets good field position. They're going to have to do something with it right here.
Line.
So 1st and 10, Poirier comes in after the interception. Let's see how he responds to that.
Cameron Johnson and Trayvon Jackson on the tackle for the Panthers.
So he's joined by Sims in the backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 left, and they're going to give it to Sims, and that middle closes up again. They were able to get some yardage up the middle in the second quarter, but it tightens up again. You see those big guys
Sims
right
on
there.
The carry for the Gators.
And a loss of a yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 with 6:15 left to go. May not get another playoff before the hydration break. And when we take that break, we're going to talk about the Woodlawn Panthers, who now have the lead here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a look at their schedule as we reach the hydration break. And so let's take a look at the Woodlawn Panthers schedule as they're trying to improve to 2-1 and 2-0 in district.
Physical therapy for providing assistance during tonight's football
They had to start their season late because of COVID,
the Woodlawn Athletics program,
but they've recovered quite nicely. They lost their first game against Carroll in Monroe by a score of 33-24. And in the comeback in the 4th quarter, last 4 minutes, 2 touchdowns, they defeated Dutchtown 26-24 to win their first district game. Tonight they're playing Sandoval and they're winning. They are a quarter and a half away from going to 2-0 in district. Then they go to East Ascension. That's going to be a good game next week. That's going to be our game of the week. I'll be out there covering that one. So I get Woodlawn 3 weeks in a row. Then if they win that game, they have a chance to go undefeated against Catholic. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. They have the lead right now, and they play a good EA team, but this is a very good team. Then they finish out with a win against McKinley, most probably. I hate to say that about McKinley, but they just don't have much this year. They haven't had much in recent years. 2nd and 11, empty backfield, 5 receivers. Cole Poirier. Shotgun, looking to his right and sacked. Big guy, 73 with the sack.
Poirier sacked by Fallow.
As you see on the replay.
Another loss on the play.
Femi Falao.
12 for the Gators.
As Femi Falao with the big sack. That's probably the biggest guy on their defensive line. And can't get past him. Once he gets a hold of you, he ain't letting go. 5:31 left to go, 14-13 Woodlawn, their first lead of the night. We're going to call it 3rd and 12. Sims in the backfield, 3 receivers left on the short side. But he's looking right downfield, and it is incomplete. Looking for Starks.
Pass falls incomplete, intended for number 5.
Would have been short of the first down, as you see on the replay. Had to come back for it a little bit. Looked like he was trying to throw for the first down, but a little bit short. Had to come back for it. Ball falls incomplete, just short of the chains. And it's 4th down, and Poirier is going to have to come in to punt. Woodlawn is a second-half team. You saw that last week. They don't give up, and they're not afraid to play strong football in the second half. You saw that against Dutchtown last week as they overcame a 24-12 deficit and won 26-24. And we have a whistle, and looks like they are players short, and a delay of game will be called as they need to get another man in, and number 4, Rantrell Gordon, comes in for the Gators. Adams back to receive. Poirier gets it away. It's a decent punt, but it goes out of bounds. That may be on the other side of the field. Let's see where they're marking it. Woodlawn lobbying for good field position, and he steps out at the 48. So it looked like a good punt, but from our vantage point, couldn't see that it was
at the 48-yard line,
a little bit wide.
Will take over 1st and 10.
And so Woodlawn trying to extend their lead, and they start out in Gator territory. Woodlawn's proven they're no joke, and that win last week against Dutchtown was not a fluke. They lead well into the third quarter. It looks like this team, led by Marcus Randall, still very young, but they're going to be a strong team in 5A probably for years to come, as long as they keep what they have right now. First down, quarterback hands it off inside the 40. First down to the 33. Amani Gibbons
on the carry.
Big hole up the middle.
The ball down to the Gator 34
and that big offensive line for Woodlawn High, busting some holes.
Down.
And you see Gibbons. Good vision, nice running. 1st and 10 at the 34. And a handoff up the middle. That's Gibbons again. He gets about
on the
2. We'll say 2. Lots of guys on the tackle.
Yard on the play.
See
Second
down
down
at the bottom of the pile, you see Aiden Bourne down on the ground in there. It's going to be a gain of 1 or 2. It's going to be second down at about 8 with 4:18 left to go. Woodlawn, they took their first lead in the third quarter. That's where we stand right now, 14-13. The difference in this game, a blocked extra point. Second down, deep downfield. They're looking for their receiver again. He's got it, and a touchdown.
Pass complete.
Leonard Harris.
Leonard Harris.
And it's 20-13 with 4:01 left to go in the third quarter. So 2 touchdowns. Bang, bang for the Woodlawn Panthers. Same play that they scored earlier on the 4th down and short. Almost from the same distance. So back-to-back, Ricky Collins to Leonard Harris. First touchdown was to Jalen Henry, that one to Harris. Harris had the interception earlier. He's a two-way player. Now Pereira's going to come in to kick the extra point. Good. 21-13.
Good, and your score with 4:01
So an 8-point lead now for Woodlawn as they have taken over in this third quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
It was important for me to be somewhere where I felt like I belonged, and I certainly feel that here.
Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and we gel really good together and help each other up.
It's always changing, so it always makes it exciting and fresh.
Everyone has a positive attitude. Everyone's voice is heard.
And I love it. That's kind of what I love about it. It's a variety of people.
If you enjoy a challenge and always being swift on your toes, come to EATEL.
Woodlawn on fire in this third quarter. They were trailing 13-7 at halftime. Now they jump up with 2 unanswered touchdowns, and now they lead 21-13. I'm Jeff Porsche, and we are at Woodlawn High School tonight. It's a cool night, and Woodlawn is catching fire as they take an 8-point lead after trailing by 6 at halftime. Outscoring the Gators 14-0 so far in this third quarter. And there's the kickoff, and it's taken at the end zone. To the 20, to the 30, breaks outside to the 40, and carrying guys DeAndre Taylor. Great return all the way to the 45-yard line, about a 44-yard return. He found the hole, cut outside, and then was able to take the defense with him and push ahead for about 5 more yards. And so Santa Maud, you know they're not going to quit.
Randy Gonzalez
as long as they've been playing under Coach Oliver,
athletes.
they've always been fighters. And they only trail by 8 points. This is a very close ball game. It's still anybody's game right now. Poirier, quarterback, and he's in trouble. Sets up the screen, and it is intercepted again. Oh, boy.
Was tipped and intercepted by
Devin Boyd, number 99. And you see them setting it up. You can see it set up. Boyd was able to deflect it right into his own hands. This game is turned very quickly. Poirier's thrown 2 interceptions in the third quarter.
Devin Boyd on the interception. Panthers take over 1st and 10.
And now, ball at the 35.
At the
Woodlawn has a chance to
line.
make it a 2-score game. Woodlawn building that confidence. And now let's see what they can do with it. Ricky Collins at quarterback. And they're going to hand it to Givens. He's got a big hole again, down to about the
Amani
27.
Givens on the carry.
And that's about 8 on first down. And so that'll bring up second
Takes
down
the ball
and short.
down to the 27-yard line.
This game, Woodlawn is
Second down
taking
and 4.
control late in the third quarter. We're going to say it's 7. It's 2nd and 3. There's Givens again, and he's got a first down before he's taken down by Jamison.
Givens on the carry.
But he's going to get past the 25 down to about the 23.
That's a Woodlawn Panther.
So another first down for the Panthers. Woodlawn was stopped on their opening drive. Poirier got the ball back. Looked like they were going to do something with it. Then an interception, and then another interception, and now it's an 8-point game. Pass complete again, and he may score. Down to the 5, touchdown.
Complete to number 2, Clayton
Adams, and now it's 27-13. Woodlawn has exploded in the last 3-4 minutes of this game with 21 unanswered points in a hurry. Ricky Collins with 2 touchdown passes and 1 touchdown run.
Yeah,
it's 27-13 with 2:49 left to go in the third quarter. They're trying to take a 15-point lead. Pereira to kick the extra point. And it's a line drive, and it's good.
Pereira's kick is up and good.
So 28-13, 2:49 left to go in the third quarter, and it's break time. We'll take this break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
EATEL business empowered us to do more. Since 1957, Holmes Building Materials has provided lumber and building materials for the greater Baton Rouge area. We pride ourselves on customer service in the residential, commercial, and industrial sectors. We run over 25 trucks a day. The software system that we use is internet-based, so we always have to be up and running. Having consistency is the biggest thing that we can ask for, and EATEL helps provide us for that. If you're looking for great customer service, high-speed internet at an affordable price, I would highly recommend EATEL.
It's 28-13 and there was some discussion while we were away on the extra point, but they have just determined that it's good. So our score is indeed 28-13. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week. We're going to keep it right here. I'm Jeff Borsch, and this game has changed in a hurry from 13-7 to 28-13 in about half a quarter. And now Woodlawn's going to kick off. And we talked about it. Their second half team, last week, the fourth quarter comeback against Dutchtown, they were down 24-12 with less than 5 minutes left and wound up winning the game. Now you see them with 21 unanswered points in half a quarter here, as Santa Maria had been leading or tied most of the entire first half. In fact, they never trailed in the first half. But things change in a hurry in football. And a kickoff. near the end zone to the 5. And Paul loses it. And will he get away and get something? Not much.
Paul on the return.
Things are unraveling in a hurry for the Gators. You see Paul just lose it,
6-yard line,
and then just can't do much with it. Now Santa Ma's deep in a hole, down to about the 6-yard line.
Timeout for an injury.
And so looks like it's going to be 1st and 10. The public address called for an injury timeout there. It looks like there's no injury. So we're going to keep it here. But Poirier's thrown 2 interceptions here in the 3rd quarter. He's just got to cool it off, calm down a little bit, and regain his composure and lead his team downfield. And he is a really good quarterback, and this is not the Cole Poirier we're used to seeing. And so we'll see if he can rebound and make something happen, as they're going to get 5 yards in a hurry.
Flag on the play.
Easily, as you see number 98 on defense for
Offside
the Panthers.
The Panthers is the call.
Eddie Powell, senior
the ball
defensive
out for
lineman.
the 11, 1st and 5 for the Gators.
Also, the edge rusher was jumping. I believe that was Leonard Harris. We called his name a lot. He's been a big contributor here tonight. Has a touchdown and an interception. 2:35 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 5 for the Gators. And there's a quarterback keeper. Big hole, 1st down. And Poirier, with that body, 6'2", 210 pounds. And you saw him take out
1st and 10,
an attempted tackler a few moments ago. He's hard to bring down, and you see him lower that shoulder and get extra yards. Plays like he's got the size of a college running back. First and 10. Shotgun. He's looking right, now left, now rolls out to his right, and he's in trouble. He may just step out of bounds. He's pushed out of bounds and then hits the bench. Is he all right? He's pushed out of bounds.
Pushed out of bounds by number 26.
Mason Watson, number 26. You see him chasing him right here, pushes him out, and as you see the cameraman following it really well, has a seat on the bench. Looks like he's all right, though. That's good to see. 1:59 left to go in the 3rd
Gain
quarter.
of 3 yards.
He got 3 on the
Second down,
play.
7.
He's to the 26-yard line. Santa Maria needs some points. Poirier working out the shotgun. And it's a keeper again, and he's trying the right side. Short field, not much. 33 with the tackle, Kylan Riley.
Tackled by
He gets
number
a couple.
33, Travion Jackson.
Some positive yardage. It's going to be 3rd and 5. He gets up to about the 28.
Brings up 3rd down,
Clock
5.
running, 136. They're not in a desperate situation right here. If they can get some points in the next few minutes, they're right back in this game. They're only down 15 points. This is a close one still. If Santa Maria can right the ship. Third and 5. Poirier looking left and incomplete. Intended for Rizzuto, but a little bit behind.
Defended by number 26.
Poirier's been
Watson.
off a little bit here tonight.
4th down for the Gators.
As you see, Rizzuto to the turf. Pass falling incomplete. It's 4th down. Punting situation for the Gators. And so Santa Maria's going to have to punt, and Woodlawn's going to get this ball back again. The defense has to stop them right here, or else they're in big, big trouble. Clayton Adams is back to receive. Poirier will punt. His last punt was not very good, kind of shanked to the right. And there's the snap, and this time he's kicking it to the left. kind of a line drive, and it's taken by Adams. He drops it. Oh, he kept it.
Adams down the
Woodlawn
ball
got
at
a
the
break there.
34-yard line where
It
the
looked like
Panthers will
Sandoval
take
had a
over.
chance.
1st and 10.
But he was able to hold on to it at the last second. Kind of dangerous right there to take that. But that was getting a good Sandoval bounce. That would have probably rolled another 15 yards if he wouldn't have taken it. But that's the risk that you take, grabbing that. Now it's 1st and 10. Ricky Collins with 2 touchdown passes and 1 touchdown run in this third quarter. Now we'll see what he can do with it as we approach the end of the third quarter. This is an unusual situation for the Woodlawn offense. I don't know that this season they've had the ball with the lead. As you might have remembered, they only took the lead in the final couple of minutes, and it was on a punt return. So the offense was never on the field with the lead last week. And 1st down, handoff. There's been some big holes up the middle, and that's another
Amani
good
Givens
6
on the carry.
yards from Amani Givens. On the season before tonight, he had 18 rushes for 122 yards.
2nd down and 2.
So jumps ahead to the 42. 2nd and 2, they're going to say 8 on the carry with 41 seconds left to go in this third quarter. So this third quarter has been owned by the Woodlawn Panthers. 21-0 here in this third quarter. And a quick swing pass complete, and a 1st down and more to midfield. That's Adams.
Complete to Adams.
So the drive continues, and the chains will move.
Down.
Nice swing pass, nice block downfield. Nice block by Jalen Henry, you see on the replay. Ball at midfield, just past midfield, not quite to the 49. 1st and 10 with 19.8 left in this third. Quarterback Collins, fade downfield. He's got a receiver again, and it's caught at the 10, down to the 4.
Collins pass complete to number 20.
That's been there all night. Leonard Harris on the catch. Able to tackle him inside the 5-yard line, and we have an injury on the play as the cornerback, Trayshawn Dunn, on the coverage, comes up limping, and it looks like they're going to attend to him for a second as he now hits the ground. So with Dunn hurt and on the ground, we're going to take a break right before the end of the third quarter. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching the EATEL game of the week.
Chicken sandwich meal from Zaxby's?
Get ready to kick off the savings at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Save $11,000 on new 2020 Sierra or 2020 Envision, $13,000 off at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. New Sierra, $11,000 off. 2020 Envision, $13,000 off. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
And the injured player taken off the field, that was Trayshawn Dunn. As we come back, and we're going to take another break because we are at the end of the third quarter as Woodlawn decides to take it to the other side of the field. Our score of Woodlawn 28-13. So let's watch some more commercials. We're gonna be back right after this. You're watching the EATEL game of the week.
Hi, Erin, reminding you it's time to speed things up with all-fiber internet from EATEL. Your connectivity needs keep expanding, streaming, surfing, and playing games. And EATEL continues to stay ahead of the curve with the fastest speeds. Plus, our eero whole home Wi-Fi will eliminate dead spots in your home. EATEL takes the hassle out of setting things up so you get our #1 rated reliability from the bedroom to the patio. As always, you will get the personal service you deserve from EATEL. Fast, local, reliable.
It's time to announce the winning ticket for
fourth
tonight's
quarter
50-50
about
raffle.
to begin, and
The winning
Woodlawn
ticket
has the
holder
first
has
and
2 minutes
goal
to claim
and
their prize.
attempting
Once the
to
ticket number has
take
been
a
announced, the
3-score
jackpot
lead.
for tonight's game is
And if they can do that going into the
$209.
fourth quarter, that could be big.
The winning ticket for tonight's 50-50
Could be enough
is
to
ticket number
take this game.
7355919.
We've seen them turn the ball over in this red zone inside the 5-yard line one time earlier this evening.
919. You can come to the press box to claim your prize.
We'll see what happens as Woodlawn has first and goal from about their 5. And there's the end around to Harris, and he scores. And it's 34-13. Make that Adams, Clayton Adams.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Not Bernard Harris, Clayton Adams on the end around. And he scores. And that was easy. And we're going to see some more commercials in just a moment after this extra point. Our sponsors are going to be very happy with this. Pereira in to kick the extra point.
Sierra in to attempt the extra point out of the hold of McCubbin.
And it's good.
Kick is up and good.
7 seconds into the fourth quarter. It's 35-13 Woodlawn.
Your score is Woodlawn 35.
We're going to take a break. You're watching the
Cinema,
EATEL
13.
game of the week.
When I think of EATEL, I think of family. I think of kind of like home.
You know, it comes from the top down. You know, everybody who works here all the way up to the top all feels very much part of the community and cares so much.
I think if you selfless, if you can serve others, then you can work here.
And I love dealing with people.
And I have been quite impressed with EATEL's involvement in the community.
If you enjoy working with people in an emerging industry, then come work for EATEL.
4 unanswered touchdowns now in the second half for Woodlawn. This game was 13-7 at halftime. Now it's 35-13 Woodlawn. Santa Maria just having all kinds of problems here in this second half. A couple of interceptions from Poirier, a couple of beautiful passes downfield by Ricky Collins. And now Woodlawn is in total control of this ball game at the moment. This game turned in a hurry. It was very competitive, very close throughout the entire first half, but Woodlawn has taken it to another level. And now Paul's going to return it, and he's got all kinds of room. He's past midfield. He's not going to, as he gets, excuse me, that's not Paul, but the kicker with the tackle right there.
To the Panthers,
as that was Pereira with the tackle on DeAndre Taylor. He was waiting for him and just lowered the shoulder on him. No flag. We've seen Cole Poirier do that to the defense, but now we see the kicker do it to the special teams. That's worth another look. Just comes at him hard. Guy should be playing linebacker. 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun, Poirier downfield and open and dropped. And it looked like Sims had found a seam.
For Sims, falls incomplete.
But could not hold on to
second
it.
Down.
That would have got him near the red zone right there. Down inside the 20. But Sims could not hold on, and it's incomplete. Santa Maria needs one of these plays to turn their way. They need a break, as things just have gone bad for them. And you know, if you've ever played football, when things go bad and the ball starts rolling downhill, the snowball starts rolling downhill, it gets bigger and bigger. 2nd and 10. Now Poirier is going to roll out to his left. He's going to look to throw. He's got the receiver open, caught. And a good play, first down and 10.
Pass complete to number 1.
Ty Bell with the catch. He's got a big body right there. He's 6'3", 171 pounds. Big target for Poirier. Found an open spot on the field, and they're in the red zone. They need a score right here. And one thing we saw last week, Dutchtown was up 12, and that game was not over, and they lost. Santa Maria can get back in this thing, but they got to score here. And Sims gets a couple.
Sims on the carry.
We're now a minute into the 4th quarter. As you see on the replay, the handoff up the middle. It's been hot and cold up the middle. Woodlawn has those big guys up front, but they have been able to get some yards up the middle on a few plays when they've kind of done that little option and the line chases Sims. Second down, Poirier looking to throw into the end zone. He's got a receiver, but it's short. Needed a second there to square up and throw it to Rizzuto, but it falls incomplete. He had Rizzuto wide open, just didn't have enough arm strength to get it to him.
Brings up 3rd down.
And that stops the clock with 10:43. Santa Maria trying to get back in this game. They had a rough 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter and 1 play into the 4th. About as rough a 3rd quarter, 1 play into the 4th as you're ever going to see. 4 touchdowns. Poirier with the snap, and he's looking downfield. He's looking left now. He's flushed. Throws it downfield, and it is incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Poirier's pass falls incomplete.
Coverage by DeJuan Harris, number 3. They're going to have to go for it right here, I believe.
4th down and 9 for the Gators.
A field goal would make it a 19-point game. It still would be a 3-possession game. They need 6. So we'll see what they can come up with. That's Paul in the backfield. And the snap. And the pass. Incomplete. Tightly contested. Intended for Starks. And you see the coverage by Marcus Stewart, number 24. Good coverage by Marcus Stewart. And it's incomplete. And Woodlawn takes over with 10:28 left to go. And Woodlawn, as I said, they aren't used to really having the lead and the football. And all of a sudden, they're a team that usually has to play from behind. Now they play with a 3-score lead, and they're in a position where they probably need to run some clock here. Let's see if they can do it, because they haven't had to do this at all this season. And there's Collins. And handoff up the middle, and that's a first down. Backup running back, number 21. We've seen him a couple of times pull off some nice runs. That's Javion Haynes.
Caleb Morgan on the carry.
So Haynes on the carry, or is that Morgan? Hard to see if it's 21 or 27.
That's enough for a Woodlawn Panther. First down.
It is number 27, so that's Caleb Morgan. Thought that was Haynes there for a moment. And now we're inside of 10 minutes. Now the first down play, quarterback keeper. Looked like a little bit of hesitation there from Ricky Collins.
Collins
Maybe a
on the
broken
keeper.
play. Gets a couple. It's going to be 2nd down and 7.
Gain
So
of
they'll
3,
say
2nd
3
down, 7.
on the 1st down carry. 9:25. With a win here tonight, Woodlawn would improve to 2-1, 2-0 in district play. They started their season late because of COVID, but they have picked up momentum. 2nd down handoff and only a couple. So it's going to be 3rd and about 5, taken down by the Gators, number 44,
Caleb Morgan on the
Jax
carry.
Melanson.
Gain of 2 yards, brings up 3rd down, 5.
3rd and 5. But Woodlawn wasting a couple of minutes regardless, so that's what they're trying to do, waste a couple more minutes as the Gators defense nearly jumps. And we have a whistle. And a timeout's going to be called by Sandoval. I believe that's their first timeout of the second half. So let's take a look at the records in 5-5A again, because things might be changing in District 5-5A. Usually at least one of the teams in Ascension Parish is near the top with Catholic High. A win tonight by Woodlawn, and Woodlawn would be in first place with Catholic High. Right now, Sandoval has the best record in all of 5-5A, but they're in deep trouble tonight. But they're 4-0 in the season and 1-0 in conference play.
Local All-State
A loss would drop them to
agent
4-1 and 1-1, but they need to make a stop here on defense. Woodlawn,
Tiger Bend Road.
you see them right there, 3rd technically on the bottom of that list, but then on the bottom you see the 0-1 teams, Dutchtown and East Ascension. They were supposed to play last night. They did not play. Dutchtown quarantined a bunch of their players this week. And the quarterback drops it. He picks it up, and now he's got a 1st down and a bunch more. And a broken play turns into a 1st down. That's tough.
Collins on the keeper, takes
What
the ball
can you do
out
about
to
a
the
situation like
44-yard
that?
line. That's another Woodlawn Panther.
As the pressure was
First
there,
down.
just outran it. And another couple of minutes are going to run off the clock, and Woodlawn also got a break
Woodlawn High
because
cheerleaders.
Sandoval had to use one of their timeouts. So now the clock is going to start to become a factor because Woodlawn could run a couple more minutes off this clock here with another 1st down. There's a handoff, and it's another 1st down. Pass midfield down to the 42.
Caleb Morgan on the carry.
Morgan.
Gain of 13 yards. Another Woodlawn Panther.
On the
First
carry.
down.
And let's just face it here, Woodlawn's in control. This game changed fast. Woodlawn has tons and tons of talent. There was no doubt about it. And you know they got a good coach with Randall. Randall's a good coach. He's coached and had a lot of success in other places. But it's coming together fast. 1st down and about 2 or 3
Morgan on the
play.
carry.
If they do win this game tonight, and it looks like they're on their
Gain of
way,
a yard brings up 2nd down.
they would go for the Ascension Parish sweep next week in our game of the week over at East Ascension. I don't think that's happened in recent memory. This game not over yet, but Sandoval needs to make a defensive stand here at 2nd and 8 with 6:58 left to go. They're just running out of time. Woodlawn eating up clock on this drive. And there's a handoff and no gain and a loss, actually. As 21 comes into the game, Javion Haynes, and he is knocked down in a hurry.
3rd down, 11.
But the clock
for
will continue to
Panthers.
run. We're approaching that hydration break. The hydration break will probably happen after this next play. So that would mean about 6 minutes if they can make the stop. 6 minutes to get 3 drives into the end zone just to possibly tie it. Clock down to 1-0, and a timeout will be called
Timeout,
by
Woodlawn.
Woodlawn right there on 3rd down and long.
South Point
And so
Volkswagen is
at
proud
this
to serve
break,
the
let's
Baton
talk about
Rouge,
the
New Orleans,
upcoming
and Mandeville
schedule
Volkswagen communities.
for
South
our
Point
games of the
VW
week.
has been family
As
owned
we
and
mentioned,
operated
next
since
week,
1992. And
Woodlawn
they're the largest VW dealership
maybe
in
at
Louisiana.
2-0
Check
in
out their
district
new and
play,
pre-owned
going to
vehicles,
East
including
Ascension.
the
That'll be my
award-winning
game next
family
week.
SUV
Coach
VW
Swack's game
Atlas,
next
the
week will be
stylish
Catholic
and
at
roomy
Sandoval. That's going to be a good
VW
one as
and
well.
the popular
In
VW
2 weeks,
Jet.
Sandoval
Learn
goes to
more at
Dutchtown,
southpointvw.com.
and hopefully by
remember,
then
if it's on
Dutchtown
the
will be out of
line,
quarantine
it's
and ready to go
online.
for that
South Point
game.
Volkswagen
We'll
on
be in
Allen
Donaldsonville
Highway
for
in Baton
Lutcher at
Rouge.
Donaldsonville, our annual trip across the river. Always fun to go out to Donaldsonville. Last year we had St. James. This year we got Lutcher. And those games going to be replayed throughout the week here on EATEL. 3rd and 11. Sandoval may be able to make a stop here and get the ball back. There's going to be a hydration break after this. And it's going to be a pass, incomplete.
Collins pass.
So the
intended
clock
for
stops
Adams
with
falls
6:03
incomplete.
left to go. So they don't quite reach the hydration break,
4th down for the Panthers.
a.k.a. the halfway point of the quarter. It's 4th down, but a successful drive regardless, because there was about 10 minutes left to go when they got the ball. Now there's about 6 minutes left to go. So they killed 40% of the clock.
Pereira in to kick for the Panthers.
Now
Rizzuto
punting
and Paul back
situation.
deep for the Gators.
Pereira to punt. Don't go near him if you can avoid it. Pereira gets it away, and it bounces into the end zone. So a touchback, so a break.
Bunt goes into the end zone for a touchback.
And if you look at midfield,
Gators will take
there was a
over.
little
First
bit of
and
a
10 at the
discussion
20-yard line.
at midfield between some of the players. That has been resolved. We are at the 6-minute mark, so we should have a hydration break right here. And we're going to take this opportunity to talk about the games next week. We talked about a couple of them already. Next week, Dutchtown is going to play at
Woodlawn
McKinley.
Athletics would like to once again thank Peak Physical
They are
Therapy
hoping to play that
for
game
providing
next week.
assistance during tonight's football
As we've been
game.
talking about,
Their
Dutchtown
continued
in a
partnership with the
quarantine
Woodlawn
situation
Athletics
as they
program
lose a bunch
is
of their football
appreciated by
players.
players, coaches, and
so the
parents.
game this week against East Ascension had to be
K1
canceled.
Electric is a proud
We'll be at
supporter
East
of
Ascension for
Woodlawn High
Woodlawn
School
against
athletics
EA.
for the maintenance and repair
And
of all
Catholic
electrical
will take on
systems,
Sandoval
AC and
next
heating
week.
equipment, or standby generators. K1
And
Electric is the
East
one to
Ascension,
call. Text or
we
call
talked
us
about that
today
game. We
at
mentioned it a couple of times. Game canceled against
225-247-1016,
Dutchtown.
or find us online
Coach
at
Darnell Lee
k1home.com
was able
for
to
K1
get a last-minute
Electric.
replacement in Byrd, a top 10 team in District 5A. Or Classification 5A, excuse me. 1st and 10 now. And quarterback keeper looking downfield. He's got a receiver open, overthrown, incomplete. Intended receiver
Pass falls incomplete. Intended for number
was
1.
Ty Bell.
2nd down, 10.
Just slightly overthrown over his shoulder. A couple of defenders in coverage. That stops the clock with 5:48, 2nd and 10. It was an outstanding first half. Very evenly matched first half. A lot of fun covering that. Second half has been dominated by the Panthers. 2nd down. Poirier downfield. Incomplete behind Rizzuto, and it's just been slightly off here in this second half for Poirier. He's been off target several times. It's been close, but we've seen him be very successful this year so far at quarterback. He's one of the most experienced quarterbacks coming back in this district. But this second half, he's just been off. He's thrown a couple of interceptions. And now it's 3rd down. Sandoval needs to convert right here. He's looking to his left. He's going to keep it and spin move and taken down past the first down mark.
Poirier on the keeper.
And Santa Ma's
Gain of
drive
11
stays
yards on the play.
alive.
1st and 10, Santa Ma.
So a nice 11-yard run. They needed 10. So Poirier gets the first down as he's taken out. Now sets up. Clock running, 5:25. Santa Ma running out of time. Shotgun snap. Poirier looking downfield, throwing right. He's got a receiver past the coverage, and it's dropped. Justin Starks had it in his hands, had to wait a second, a little bit underthrown, but it was in his hands. And you've seen that a couple of times here in this second half with receivers getting the ball in their hands in a position that they can catch the ball but could not bring it in. You saw that earlier from Reggie Sims, and now you see that from Justin Starks. Tough break, and that stops the clock with 5:05. Second down and 10 for the Gators. Shotgun, 4 receivers, 1 back. And the screen being set up, and that's going to be a pick 6.
Poirier's pass.
41-13.
Intercepted by number 16, Troy Washington.
Number 16 with the interception. As you see, just too much pressure, tries to get rid of it. They were trying to set up the screen, but you hate to see that. Troy Washington, a senior outside linebacker, with an easy pick 6.
Interception return for a TD.
And that's the 3rd interception in this second half for Cole Poirier. And he's such a good kid and a great quarterback, and you hate to see him just have that trouble here in this second half. And now with 4:56 left to go, looks like Woodlawn's got this one for sure. So a new kicker in the game. That's Malik Anderson. It's up.
Malik Anderson on the extra
good.
point.
42-13, and we'll take a break.
4:56 remaining.
You're watching the
contest.
EATEL Game of the Week.
Your score is Woodlawn 42, Santa Ma 13.
Important for me to be somewhere where I felt like I belonged, and I certainly feel that here.
Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and we gel really good together and help each other up.
It's always changing, so it always makes it exciting and fresh.
Everyone has a positive attitude. Everyone's voice is heard.
And I love it. That's kind of what I love about it. It's a variety of people.
If you enjoy a challenge and always being swift on your toes, come to EATEL.
Woodlawn's outscored Santa Ma 35-0 in the second half. This game was 13-7 Santa Ma at the half. Now it's 42-13. Poirier's got 3 interceptions here in the second half. You didn't see that coming at all. And fans are starting to
for the Panthers.
Head to their cars as it's headed to the 40s here on the scoreboard and in the temperatures. It's been a beautiful night, but it's starting to get a little chilly. We are outdoors tonight. And the kickoff goes to the 10. And a nice return again. DeAndre Taylor's done a good job returning kicks tonight. Got to give him some credit.
Gators return the ball out to the 34-yard line where they'll take over. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Santa Ma Gators. And it looks like Cole Poirier is going to be done for the night as number 6, Easton Laborde, comes in and plays quarterback. You don't want to see that from anybody, just have a rough second half the way he did, because he's a competitor and he's a good player. But he just had some problems here in the second half. High snap, but he gets it. Laborde hands it off to Sims, and he gets about 8.
Sims on the carry.
Easton Laborde's a senior quarterback. Poirier, the junior starter. Laborde, the senior
Gain of 9
backup.
yards brings up 2nd down
So
1.
the senior's going to get some action here. And we have a whistle.
Timeout, Woodlawn.
And a timeout called by
K1
Woodlawn.
Electric is a proud supporter of Woodlawn High School athletics.
With that
For the
break,
maintenance and
let's talk
repair
about
of all
Sandoval and what they got
electrical
going on for the
systems,
rest of the
AC
season.
equipment, or
Most
standby
likely going to be a loss here
generators.
tonight.
K1 Electric is
That will
the
drop
one
their
to
record to
call.
4-1
Text your
and
calls
1-1
today
in
at
district.
225-247-1016.
And now they got the tough part of their
Or
schedule.
find us online at KY
They start with Catholic next week
for K1
in the
Electric.
game of the week. Coach Swack's going to be out there, and they're going to have to rebound in a hurry. Then they go to Dutchtown, and who knows what Dutchtown's going to have at that point in the season. But Dutchtown's a good team if they can get their players back. So you never know. East Ascension, you know that's going to be a battle. That's going to be a war every season. So Santa Monica still got some work cut out for them. They were in a position to get to 5-0 and 2-0, but it's probably not going to happen here tonight. As the 2nd down pass is incomplete, nearly intercepted. Tipped
Gators
away.
pass knocked down by number 4, Chris Cooper.
That was number 4
Third down,
on the
1.
coverage as Laborde tried to finesse it downfield. That didn't work. That was Chris Cooper, freshman linebacker on the coverage, number 4. That stops the clock at 4:31. 3rd and 2. And a handoff. And Sims waits for the hole, gets through it for a couple.
Sims on the carry.
Just looking to move the chains, and he does. Stops the clock momentarily at 4:21. As you see him try to wait for the hole to develop, and then just has to jump ahead for the 1st down.
Moves the ball out to the 49-yard line.
Was hoping for a little
1st and
bigger
10
hole right
Santa
there,
Monica.
but just didn't materialize. And now the clock will run. So Easton Laborde in relief. And the quarterback keeper dumps it complete for about a 9-yard gain. Good
Gators
pitch
pass
and
complete
catch.
to number 83.
83 with the catch.
Gain
Nick
of 9
Abear.
yards.
So Abear gets in the statistic column right there.
Brings up 2nd down 1.
With a 9-yard reception. And Abear is going to check out the game. And he'll be replaced by Noah Luke with 3:30 left to go. The board rolling to his right. He's got Sims open, but then he just maybe a little bit too late with the throw and then has to skip it to him incomplete as
Gators pass intended for Sims.
the
Falls
coverage
incomplete.
a little bit tight at that
Brings
point.
up 3rd down 1.
You see Sims open momentarily, but then a couple of guys come in and close it out, and that stops the clock with 3:10 left to go. This has been about as impressive a second half I've seen from a team since I've been covering this game of the week for the last few years. And that includes Catholic High. 3rd down and short.
Sims on the carry. Takes the ball down
And
to the
Sims
Panther
will keep it for a
37-yard
first down.
line. 1st and 10 at Santa Monica.
So the clock will continue to run, but Santa Monica holds on to the football. They have a couple of timeouts, but this game is going to end in a loss for the Gators. Their first loss of the season. So Laborde with the high snap gives it to Sims. Sims has gone the distance in the backfield, but doesn't get much.
Sims
no
on the
gain.
carry.
See him
Met by
down at the
number
bottom,
34, Travion
54
Jackson.
on the tackle, number 54 for the Panthers.
No gain on the play. 2nd
Ellis
down to 10.
McNeely on the tackle with 2:20 left to go, 2nd and 10. So as we said, next week doesn't get any easier for the Gators. They have to play Catholic, but it is a home game at the Pit. It'll be one of our games of the week next week. And second down, quarterback keeper Laborde gets about 5.
Laborde on the keeper.
As we're now inside of 2 minutes. Woodlawn next week, as I said earlier, they're going for the sweep of Ascension Parish 3 consecutive weeks. They go down to Spartan Stadium next week. I'll be covering that game. East Ascension versus Woodlawn. And now all of a sudden Woodlawn looks like they could possibly be the second best team in this district after years of below average. And that's being generous. Third down and the pass up for grabs, incomplete.
Laborde's pass.
Bell, the intended receiver, stops the clock at
Defended by number 24,
1:07.
Marcus Stewart.
So it's fourth down.
Brings up fourth down for the Gators.
And so we'll see what happens on fourth down and if Easton Laborde can move the chains. Still a beautiful night, and it's always good to be out for football, even though, at least if you're an Ascension Parish football fan, you're not very thrilled about this result. Laborde on 4th and 6. Pass is up for grabs and intercepted, and this is another pick 6, most likely. They're coming. They're closing on him. Will they get to him? No, they won't. Another one.
Laborde's pass. Intercepted by number 8, Desiree
That's just
Delmore.
tough for.
Touchdown, Panthers.
This has been a tough second half. As Desiree Delmore with the interception, and he goes 80 yards. I mean, what you're going to do in a situation like that if you're the defensive back? I mean, he has a chance to do something that he's probably never going to do in his entire high school career. He gets the pick
Delmore
6.
on a 73-yard interception return for the touchdown.
And with 51.2 seconds left to go.
To attempt the extra point.
They're attempting to make it 49-13. Malik Anderson to kick. And it's blocked. So it's 48-13.
Anderson's kick is no good.
And we'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL game of the
remaining
week.
in the contest. Your score, Woodlawn 48, Santa Ma 13.
EATEL business empowered us to do more. Since 1957, Holmes Building Materials has provided lumber and building materials for the greater Baton Rouge area. We pride ourselves on customer service in the residential, commercial, and industrial sectors. We run over 25 trucks a day. The software system that we use is internet-based, so we always have to be up and running. Having consistency is the biggest thing that we can ask for, and EATEL helps provide us for that. If you're looking for great customer service, high-speed internet at an affordable price, I would highly recommend EATEL.
48-13, Woodlawn. 41-0 in the second half. This has been just one of those games where one team flipped a switch. And it looks like Woodlawn's flipped a switch on their entire season. And it's down to the 3. And the return, DeAndre Taylor, 43.7 seconds left to go. Maybe one more play.
Patrick Owens on the tackle for the Panthers.
You got to give credit to Woodlawn.
Line. 1st and 10.
They just came in this second half out on fire. 4 interceptions, 2 pick sixes. And the offense wasn't too shabby either. And so Laborde will close it out. And he'll be accompanied by DeAndre Taylor in the backfield. Taylor will get the carry, and he gets a couple. And they don't have to run a play.
Gain up 2 yards, brings up 2nd down, 8.
So let's see if they try to run a play. They don't seem to be in a hurry, and I think that's going to wrap it up. And so a tough second half for the Santa Maria Gators. That is not a Santa Maria second half that you're used to seeing, as they get handled 41-0 in the second half, and they lose 48-13 to Woodlawn. And Woodlawn's going to be 2-1 on the season, 2-0 in district. And they're for real.
Your final score.
They're for real. They're going to give East Ascension a battle next week. And we'll see that one next week on our Game of the Week. But that's going to be it for tonight. Our final score, Woodlawn 48, Santa Maria 13.
Contest.
You've been watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
As the Panthers travel to Gonzales for a matchup with the East Ascension Spartans. We would also like to thank both teams for a hard-fought game tonight. Once again, thanks for visiting Panther Stadium, and be safe on your drive home. Go Panthers!